Yo, what's up? It's finally getting cooler around here, which means I won't have to have my fucking fan on for these streams. Which, hey, that's a positive. Unfortunately, Sonic Adventure 2 on Steam still has the terrible, terrible launcher problem where... Yeah, gamepad. Where it doesn't detect Xbox One controllers, even though you can control the game with an Xbox One controller. They just won't detect it. Come on. We're good, we're not good, it's not doing anything. God fucking damn it. No, you know that I have a fucking... This happened... This worked last time. There. Yeah, there we go. Alright then. Game capture would be this. Boom. Look at that. Sonic Adventure 2. We're back. And let's just get right into it with the Dark Story. At 9 PM on Prison Island.
Intruder alert. Security breach at gate 3. Intruder has been located in the north quadrant and is moving in the direction.
Is the audio playing twice, or is that just like an effect they put on in-game?
Emergency battle formations. Standard battle procedures.
Because if it's supposed to be like an effect that just makes it sound like an announcer or whatever, they should have, you know, just put an effect on it instead of making it play twice. Especially playing it twice so far apart from each other. If they were like a frame off, then like, you know, you can achieve an effect of some type while just you know, having that be what it sounds like. If you play it twice, that far apart from each other, it just sounds like you're playing two audio things. A button is not the button. You lying fuck. And I already knew it was B because I started the save by pressing the button. Thanks. This is kind of an embarrassing level of security. This is some dude in a high chair. He's just sort of running everything. I've just realized a horrible mistake about this mod that I've downloaded. I assumed it was just a visual thing, but given how this seems to be playing, it might have actually changed the controls too. Or this might just be how the mechs control in Sonic Adventure. Right. Oh, actually, yeah. Here's what I should do. Boom. Pow.
Yeah.
Hey, Aaron.
Yeah, what's up?
Nothing. We're playing Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh, hold on. I'm up. Hold on. Wait, let me get to my computer.
Hmm.
Level 3 security door breach. Intruders will breach sections 3 through 8. Get in.
There's this website you can go to called Voice Cell, and
Oh yeah, I've heard about that.
there you can check how incel your voice is. I got like 250. It's so over.
Person settings. Alright.
Anyway, you're playing the best.
I'm playing one now.
This is, well, at least one of the better one. Also, is he wrecking a forklift?
Yeah.
I love it.
Though, I fear it might have actually changed my controls, because it feels like I can't turn left or right very easily.
I mean, he's supposed to be a little heavy.
Which, yeah, that's what I remember people saying about the mechs, that they control like shit. So maybe it's just the game.
I much prefer how Gamma control. Oh yeah, he's. I don't know. Anyway, shit, I had a whole thing planned out. Oh yeah. What's the samurai guy?
So there's a manga that recently began serialization in Weekly Shonen Jump, and prior to it even releasing, a lot of people on Twitter specifically were like kind of hyping it up as like, oh, this is gonna be the next big thing, even though they really knew nothing about it. It was purely based on the visuals look cool. And then by visuals I mean one image of a guy drawing his sword.
Yeah.
So, people sort of, I say sort of. No, what happened was people started shitposting in response to that because, you know, everyone is fucking annoyed by whenever people hype up things that they don't know anything about. And so everyone just started shitposting about like, oh yeah, it's basically Morbius for manga.
Oh. So also important question is this level bright enough for you?
Yeah. Why?
Because they just turned up because I like how the difference between this level and the Tails level is they just turned up the brightness by like 70%.
I genuinely couldn't even tell.
Oh, it was way darker in the Tails level.
Okay. They wanted me to close the doors first and then do this bullshit.
Two. You don't like SA1, which is dumb and stupid.
And they should have made the game good and not stupid.
Yeah, you're just wrong. Except for SA2 I definitely like, but it took a while for me. I didn't like this game when I first played it, but I've grown on it definitely. I think it's one of the better, if not the best, 3D Sonic game, depending on my mood. But I do think, compared to Sonic overall, SA1 is a little underrated, and SA2 is a little overrated.
Well, I do think that 2 is overrated, because this game is not all that great, but 1 is not underrated. If anything, that game gets more praise than it should. Did it skip a cutscene? I did not mean to do that. If it did.
Yes, you did. You actually skipped a very important cutscene.
I know what happens in it.
Now, you skipped the how do you 3 wishes. Yeah. Actually, one of my biggest problems with the game in general. Shadow, for being the big man, doesn't get a lot of stages.
Hmm.
And if you played Dark Story first, let's say just by coincidence, you're gonna be in a rough awakening when playing his first stage, because it kind of expects you know what you're doing. And he also, like, lacks crucial power-ups that Sonic gets. For example, he doesn't get the bounce bracelet. And I feel like it also his stages are just more special than Sonic's. You'll see why later.
Fuck me.
Actually, in general, Dark Story's weird. His levels are better than Tails is, but Rouge and Shadows are worse than Sonic. But yeah, that's my Aaron criticism right there. I wish there was a level. I wish instead of a boss fight, there was a level we played as Shadow here. I also mentioned in the previous episode, previous stream, that I don't like the bosses in this game. I think they're dumb and lame, except for I like the song that plays when you fight the final boss, but not the fight.
I mean, I feel like Sonic bosses in general are usually pretty bad.
Ones are like us, especially.
Especially before the games were good, in the Adventure era.
The classic ones, they're whatever. They're basic 90s video game bosses. They didn't go especially crazy with them, but bosses in general were great during that era. But SA1, they can be beaten with their eyes closed, but they're completely harmless.
What did you mean when you said you will grant me a
And
wish?
Big's boss fight legit makes me laugh. So they get bonus points for that. And I actually do really I think that's actually one of the best boss fights in the series.
Colony Arc.
It's unfortunate I'll never be doing it. Unless I get my hands on a 100% save file.
Well, the funny thing with Big, though, like, is the difficulty where if you don't know what you're doing, it's taken like 20 minutes. But if you do know what you're doing, you're beating it in like 60 seconds.
Let it go. You just
If you
don't
couldn't,
know
hot
what to
take,
give up,
Big's not very
do
good.
you?
What are you talking about? That emerald's mine.
As soon as I got my hands on it and saw that it controlled not intuitively at all, I said no.
Well, the Big and, a little miscellaneous fun fact here. The Big and Gamma sections are based on two pre-existing Sonic games, or not Sonic games, Sega games. Sega Bass Pro Fishing and a Japanese Saturn game,
This is the Master Emerald.
which they rip the controls from them directly. I mean, when it comes to fishing controls, it controls fine. It's just not that fun.
I can help it.
And like which I have dabbled with that fishing game because if you sign up to a Sega newsletter, you get it for free. It's pretty much the same thing, but like since that's the whole game, there's more. That's kind of the niche. It's kind of meant to be stupid and silly. Also get it for free.
I can restore it. And by the way, that's not your emerald.
But was
Into it once I get back to the face.
I think that's the problem with it. It's not necessarily that concept-wise fishing's fine. It's just what is it in Sonic. And like interviews with the director, the director of all the Sonic games. I just forgot his name. At least all the modern ones. Is that also Rouge? I think Rouge might have the weakest levels, but has the best song. So that's the count.
Dude, this audio situation is fucking impossible because you're really quiet, but I also have to turn the game up to a level that's audible.
Oh no, hold on. Actually, I can fix that. Hold on. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that. I mind my audio. But yeah, I quite like. Yeah, Rouge's levels aren't great, but she had the best songs. You'll see why later. If you ask me, the better the song, the worse level. is her method of madness. But outside of that, she's the same. But I do find that talk about Rouge. I was talking. Like, I'm Dory. I have short-term memory.
Hey LJ3, hey Dawn. This is Sonic Adventure 2.
Evil story. Even though yeah, Rouge isn't evil. She just wants a paycheck. But
Okay then. Alright then. Where the fuck am I going?
well, you're trying to find the. Oh,
Yeah, no fucking shit. where am I going?
You have to get like a turtle. You have to summon a turtle, and he will take you under. That's all I remember. How do you get that turtle? That's past my knowledge. I'm essentially your Omo child.
Thank you for holding me, but you were kind of rough.
Hidden.
Omo child just gonna chat shit? What is he doing?
Turtle to travel from
See,
this
it's all-
oasis to the other.
Ah yes, the floating turtle. You know, the one.
Oh, okay. You see that? Okay, turn, no, other way. Yeah, that. Kill that guy. Also, actually, I do know what you had two, not what I would call hot takes, but like, takes of interest, which was, that you think the Knuckles levels are the best levels.
Yeah.
Oh, that's...
It's the only time I'm playing the game.
Normally, and also this goes for me, the Knuckle level's the worst one.
Well, the Tails levels are boring, because, I mean, come on. And the Sonic levels are also boring because you don't do anything in them. They're mostly set pieces. So, Knuckles unfortunately takes it.
It's gotta be close.
What?
If, so yeah, you think the Sonic levels are boring. Maybe the early game ones. I think City Escape as a level is pretty on autopilot. But I think later Sonic levels, especially when you're going for A ranks, are actually
I wasn't going for an A rank, so...
My problem with the Tails and Eggman levels is that they're way too long. Okay, I hate them. Those enemies are so. They have the design philosophy of when I was 5 years old. Oh, just have the enemy just flail around with their hands. And that hurts it. The Knuckles levels are just monotonous for me. At their best, they're fun, because it's like, oh, I get to explore. But at their worst, it's like, where the fuck do I go? Like, even with the better radar, even with, like, I can do them in any order, they're fine. It's just, they take forever, and I get very bored very quickly.
Y'all are playing SA2? No, this is SA1.
Too easy for me.
You prefer the controls of SA2, which normally, especially me, controls of
I
SA1.
mean, it's less controls and more just the feeling of the controls. Because the game's controlled the same, but SA2 does not have, it has better handling. You're quiet again. I cannot hear you.
I think that's my fault this time. The big thing is that they nerfed the hell out of the spin dash.
I never used it anyway, so...
It's like really good in SA1. Like really good. It's like better than the long jump in Mario good. It's the most powerful spin. People say the most powerful spin dash is in Generations. Hell no, that's the best one's in Adventure. Cause you can just spam that shit.
You can spam the Generations one too.
But like, simply, I showed you that I like spin dashed up like a wall. Day one, and like, you can do some like crazy shit, and a lot of it was intentional. Is the cool thing that I really like about SA1. SA1 is a game I find very fun to just go crazy. I feel like that's at its best in the Sonic levels, the Tails levels, and the Knuckles levels. Once you get past that, the game just becomes monotonous, and the story is written for high school play. But it is a very funny high school play. The plot is a lot funnier in SA1, and that makes me giggle. Did that make it better? That's very subjective, but
both plots suck, so it matters not to me.
well, saying SA1's plot suck is not that's perfectly fine. I like it because it's funny. But SA2 I think is a pretty good plot.
SA2 is passable.
Like, it's better than like every other Sonic plot.
That's not true.
Well, what do you think? What plot do you think is better?
Black Knight and Unleashed.
Black Knight necessarily is an amazing plot. I just think it's pretty good characters.
That's included in plot.
Plot's generally pretty basic. Just fight the bad guy. It's just, the bad guy is pretty interesting.
That's also what this game is.
I would say they're a little, like, I would say they're, how would I describe it? The setup is a lot more unique.
Everyone goes, but the shadow stuff is like pretty not there. Most of the plus like qualities being hard carried by Gerald stuff. And if we're gonna say that Black Knight is all character, then you know.
But I've never actually played Black Knight. I just know the story of it, but I don't remember the specifics, so maybe I'm just talking out of my ass. But I quite like it. Adventure 1 story, it makes me giggle. You could say it sucked, you're absolutely right, but I kind of like it.
Fuck off.
Oh yeah, such a sucker. Oh, did you hear that? Scott the Waz is gonna Scott the Waz is like gonna do Tears of the Kingdom's not a perfect game.
Yeah.
I wanted to do a voice sample, but I hate this voice. So here I am on a live stream.
I would have sent a voice sample, but I can't defend Tears of the Kingdom, so.
Legit, I kind of want him to like, cause like, there's only been 2 people. It's like Breath of the Wild, but better, and like things, you know, like Breath of the Wild.
The middle of your sentence cut out. You said there's only been 2 people, and then you went silent.
Oh, there's only like.
You cut out again. I think it's an internet thing.
Damn it.
I think it's an internet thing. Cause really just point blank stops.
Oh, it doesn't want me talking shit. Kingdom. I should probably get me out of the way. I'm like this loser. Breath of the Wild to me is like a top 3 video game. Tears of the Kingdom's like a 7. It's fine. It's a good game. Sometimes I think it's even a great game. Does. I feel like was done better in the first one. And
Like.
well, I think I'm gonna slam my dick on the ground. The shrines I think are way better. I think the shrines are way better. The overworld and how since it's the same thing, it loses way less punch, and I think.
Well, okay. Well, first 2 things. So for the shrines, I feel like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom shrines are of the same quality because they both have problems, but they're very different problems. So I can't even really say which one's better than the other. Breath of the Wild shrines suck because they're just too easy. But Tears of the Kingdom shrine sucks because they're too easy for a different reason. Because you can break them easier.
I think even playing them normally, you can solve most of them like with just basic trial and error.
So
Which I know
Breath
you
of the
can say for
Wild.
everything ever, but like
Well,
I like
well,
they're
you can't, but you can't say that for everything
aggressive.
ever, because I know you can't do that for Wind Waker or Majora's Mask.
Well, I don't like they're like aggressively simple. I wish
Which
I
goes
had
for Breath of the
visual.
Wild as well.
If I had recorded footage, I would totally give you a visual example. You're just gonna have to go on the bro, trust me. But
I don't have to go on the bro. Trust you. I played both games.
no, for the audience.
Oh.
What I mean, because Breath of the Wild to me, obviously, I'm coming as like not the greatest criticism, but is it a perfect game? But like, I think what it accomplished and how much fun I had, and how much like I feel like it changed gaming for the better. Its problems don't really affect me that much. Do they exist? Yes, and that's why I was excited for a sequel to rough out those problems. We can truly have like a game in this style that's amazing. But like, I think what it did was so. Also here's Maria. Looks.
Shadow, the hedgehog.
I must kill the world. I had expectations for a sequel and it failed at that. Also, my biggest issue.
I mean, that's just a you thing then. That has nothing to do with the game.
I know. That's what I mean by opinion. Isn't that the whole thing? There's no such everybody. There's no such thing. I'm not the guy giving the idea. Just a guy on a stupid ass live stream. Who the hell cares what I have to say? But if you want to know what I have to say, what I have to say is I think Tears of the Kingdom is a good game, but I think it pales in comparison, as I stated. I concur. Anyway, this level's really good. I really like Radical Highway.
Alright,
It's just really hard if you like if this is your first Sonic level, it's just like good luck. Like it kind of expects you know what you're doing, because it's like harder than Sonic's first 3 levels.
I mean, the intended order was definitely Hero Story first and then Dark Story.
What if you do pick Dark Story first? You're at shit out of luck.
Yeah, shit out of luck is a little bit much. It's not that hard. Well, I mean, but I've also played Sonic games before, so.
You might be a little out of your league, kid. But also, like, I think easing a player no matter what skill level.
And also what?
Easing a player with skill level any games. But also, again, I just wish there was give him a bounce bracelet. But yeah, what was he getting? Oh yeah, Scott the Wise. He's gonna do Tears of the Kingdom is not a perfect game, which I feel like with like Breath of the Wild again. Breath of the Wild has flaws, absolutely. There's absolutely, but like again, I feel like in this man's opinion, its flaws are there, but not to me, not for me to like get mad at Breath of the Wild because of just how much fun and like of a game. Actually, wait, no, yeah, this one. You like don't die, but like kind of like do that. Weird.
Oh, I just couldn't fucking see that asshole.
And Tears of the Kingdom, I think, is a game that has a lot more problems, and I would actually love to see Scott kind of talk about that. I think Chugga cooked. I think Breath of the Wild is better, and I think my main thing. I'm saying I think a lot. Could you tell I'm tired? Is if it's like, you know how like God of War 2016 or God of War 2018 came out and everybody's like, and then Ragnarok came out with like not much fanfare.
I mean, because the thing's already happened. It was expected
I know.
content.
That's gonna be, if you ask me, my theory is even if this wins Game of the Year, that's what's gonna be in the future. It's gonna be like, oh yeah, this is Breath of the Wild. Oh yeah, this was Breath of the Wild, or kind of more of the same. I don't think it's gonna have the Galaxy 2 sort of respect that
Well, I mean, depending on who you ask, Galaxy 2 doesn't get respect either, because Scott the
I know,
Laws
but, like,
likes
generally,
Galaxy 1 more.
like, I feel like Galaxy 2 is generally, even though it's pretty derivative, is generally still quite liked. I feel like in the future that's not gonna happen. Well, people are gonna like it, but they're gonna not remember it as much. But that's just my crazy future take. I could be completely wrong.
I mean, the God of War example, it was different because everyone knew that the sequel was coming.
I mean, wait,
Like, with Tears of the Kingdom, we didn't know what was going to happen after Breath of the Wild, but we knew God of War 2 was coming after God of War 1 came out.
They did a thing with it.
Here we go.
I didn't get that far with what the fuck suit is that?
It's a Vegeta's Batman costume.
I haven't seen enough Dragon Balls.
It's where Vegeta wears a pink shirt and khakis, and the pink shirt says Batman on the back.
Love it.
Hey Gavin, how's SE2 treating you? It's a video game.
Yeah, so far you're doing fine. Yeah, that black hedgehog.
Yeah, I'm just gonna...
Yeah.
This is rude.
Oh yeah, not this level. This level's fine. Another level coming up.
I hate to say it. I guess I'm going to have to find that key first.
I had myself because I can't remember shit.
Oh, alright then.
Oh yeah, God of War. I don't own a PlayStation. And God of so I played it on PC. I didn't get super far into God of War. I think I got up to the dragon fight. Because it wasn't really doing anything for me. This is entirely a me thing. The game was
Alright.
Oh yeah, Ghost giving you shit. Like, the game was fine. I didn't have any like it was just kind of boring. And I felt like for like the almost 15 hours I put into it, the story wasn't going anywhere. I think I could tell where they were planting the seeds. If my prediction's correct, that is a cool plot twist. If a little predictable, because I really. But if but now I might go back to it. I just kind of found the comment to be just like I felt I was fighting the camera more than any enemy. But I could be completely wrong. Well, not completely. Well, yeah, I probably should go back to it. But I just kind of remember it being hard, like weirdly hard for a AAA Sony game. Because normally most of those games are pretty easy. And I remember the story being well acted, but not really going anywhere. But I also did not go very. I know the common, they would just be like, you didn't go far enough. It's like, I know. My point is, I think for 15 hours they really haven't gone anywhere.
I mean, yeah, that's a weirdly common deflection, which is fucking. Oh yeah, play it for like 15 more hours and then maybe you'll like it. And it's like, I need to play it for 15 more hours. I don't know if it's a very good game.
From Final Fantasy that sometimes games just need to cook, but I felt like it felt like the oven was well done at this point.
That's how I feel about Xenoblade for the most part. I think those games are really good, or sorry, those games, 1 and 3 are really good if you play them for like 50 billion hours. 3 far more so than 1, but 1's still a pretty good game. But like, they have horrific starts.
I guess that's kind of get very far into Xenoblade 1. I got up to when you get Dunban. And this is Xenoblade 1. I got up to when you got Dunban. I was like, this is fine, but kind of boring. The gameplay loop was essentially go to an area, it's massive, go find 5 capybaras and hot dogs, and then go on to the main story thing. Was it? wasn't
Well,
bad.
that sounds like a side quest, which I mean at that
I know.
point.
I know. Look, man. When you're committed to chugging Conroy
Did you find a
walkthroughs,
digging tool?
he does every side quest. And what are you gonna do? Not follow the walkthrough? Get out of here. You having a real shit luck finding this final key.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure I have to dig for it, but I don't know where the
Oh.
Rouge's digging mitts are.
And
Because Knuckles were at the beginning of his level, but they're not in the same place for Rouge.
it's a secret. Also, did you? This is going to suck. But well, are you gonna do the final story today, or are you gonna do that another day?
If I manage to get through this in a reasonable amount of time, then today. But
There is one caveat that I would highly recommend. Did you find the power up in Knuckles' water level from Breathe Infinitely?
no.
I would highly recommend after you finish the Dark Story, go back and get that. And just look. Because the final level, you can do it without it, but it's just not good. I don't like that. I don't like Crisis, not Crisis Core, Canon Core. I don't like Core. I think for a final level, it's surprisingly mid.
Did I not press the button or some shit? There's a time limit. What does this do?
I think it opens it.
No, it fucking didn't.
There's a cannon you gotta shoot, I think. Yeah, behind you.
Ah, of course.
See, if I wasn't here, you'd be running in circles for like 5 minutes. So you tell from the constant scheme, Aaron is playing this, Aaron is playing that, pop-ups. I've been playing Dark Souls.
This is the 8th Scorpion Chamber.
I'm playing the second one because it was on sale for 50%. And 2 definitely has the weakest representation, or like the weakest like reception of the souls. But I think my main takeaway with Dark Souls 2 is I think it's kind of mid. Like, it's not like aggressively terrible.
That's kind of how everyone feels about it, as far as I'm aware.
I don't. There's some people that like hate it. There's some people that hate Dark Souls 2.
There are people that hate a lot of games.
I know, but like, you know, sometimes you see several of them, and I think SA2 keep confusing it with this game. I think Dark Souls 2 is fine, but just nothing remarkable. Which is quite the opposite of my opinion of all Dark Souls.
Someone cue the smiling friends meme of this is the most obnoxious thing I've ever dealt with in my life.
Where is it? I'm kind of with you. Where is it?
Fucking.
I swear that popped up earlier. Or like that didn't pop up earlier. What do you think is the most obnoxious thing you've ever experienced in a video game?
Hmm?
What do you think is the most obnoxious experience you've ever experienced in a video game?
Fucking, I don't know what objectively the.
Is my microphone better now?
Yeah.
I don't know what. I think it was using like a webcam mic. I now finally realized I was never using a Bluetooth mic.
It's
There
a
we go.
space transporter.
Hmm.
The destination
Finally,
has been
baby.
set to
But I'm not able to search my memory banks like that for. Oh yeah, this is the most obnoxious one. But a lot of them come from
doing up there
either
anyway.
bad Sonic games
Doesn't
or
It's my mission to find out what he's up
I don't know, just bad games in general.
I think my greatest memory of doing the worst thing in a video game is actually from a game I love.
So this is the space colony Ark.
The Link Between Worlds
Central control
baseball.
room that Shadow mentioned before he left.
That's a Oh, also another problem I have with this too. Also, it's there's very visually similar to Tales. Because there's gonna be a level that is very similar to this kind of which is probably but like, and it does give like
You're quiet again. I don't think it has anything to do with your
Come on,
mic. I think you're just getting far away from it or something. Cause
I might.
Because like I probably should just like I'm being very casual. I just have it goes off. I should really just put on headphones and just vibe. But yeah, I was talking about oh, you're gonna get mad at me because I'm gonna criticize a person you like. He's on the podcast. He's like the smaller.
yeah.
So there's a video internet series. It's a video called like In Defense of Dark Souls 2.
I'm aware.
Yeah, made by H Bomber guy. Great channel by the way.
I've watched the Mauler videos on the videos, and I watched the H-Bomb videos.
That video's not one of his better ones. Because it feels very like I get it, you love the game and the internet doesn't really like it that much, but it just kind of comes off as petty. But you know what comes off especially petty? He made a fucking 7-part series. It's like, I don't care how right your opinion is. That's a level of milking a cow dry that I have yet to see.
Why do you assume it's milking and not just going through the whole
7
video?
episodes on one guy's video.
Well, if he's talking about everything in the video, it's obviously gonna take a while, isn't it?
I think that's a really dumb concept for a video. Like
To criticize someone else's video? When fucking people do it all the goddamn time?
maybe it's my TikTok written brain. Also the video is like written like he's a professor and he's like grading it, which I know is the point, but like it comes off as like weirdly like really little internet video. But like I don't know. It's the same shit. Like remember how like I when I first met and how I told you my first introduction to that podcast was the video of their podcast on the Joker video.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't care like what the context is. This shit's still funny as hell. And I finally watched the content. I was like, get it now. I can understand why someone who's a fan of the podcast would be like, this is really disingenuous. But still, like, you don't paint yourself in a good light when you have a 7-hour video.
I mean, you say that, but
like 30-minute video. Whether they're right or not, you look really dumb.
why?
And looking dumb on the internet.
Why does 7 hours specifically look dumb?
Because I'm barely awake for 7 hours.
Okay,
And I certainly don't talk to my friends. They must have some real good, honestly, not even mad, they must be some real good friends. Because like, I barely talk, I don't talk to my best 5. Like, I know it's a podcast, and I know you're getting kind of like defensive because it's the thing you love, and people get defensive.
No, that's not why I'm getting defensive. I'm getting defensive. I think your point's stupid.
No, because you like the podcast, and that's fine.
Yeah,
From what I've seen from it, the podcast is fine. It's just
No, that's not why. Even if I didn't like the podcast, I still think that going, oh, it's long, therefore it's like, what does that have to do with anything? Because I don't like H-Bomb's video either. But you don't see me going, oh, H-Bomb, why do you make a fucking however many long part series about Dark Souls 2? Even though I don't agree with him about Dark Souls 2, it's still like, okay, what the fuck ever.
It was just because it was just like a simple 40-minute video and the response. I don't know how I can like describe it. Seem like not really silly in my eyes, but like just the internet like on that video the top comment is this is a 7-part to a 40-minute video. I love the internet. Actually, I don't think it's 40 minutes. It was like an hour, but like it's just like, I get it. You're going over everything and like you're correct and why you don't agree with it, but like I just, again, 7 parts is just like, it's just really funny. Also, there's Big. Hey, Big. Again, I can't describe to you other than you just have to, it's like the opposite of you just have to be there. You just have to not be a diehard fan of the podcast to just see just the cosmic irony.
Irony in what?
Just like you're trying to not high end, but like trying to be like the ultimate critic and like I will state my point of reason, and then you make 7 episodes on it. It's like this is just coming off as just like get on with it, man. Also, I'm learning this in English. They got a lot more path. They're written like ChatGTP wrote it. Like, there ain't no humanity. But if that's what you like, that's okay. I can see the appeal. I've actually watched little bits of the podcast from your, I guess, recommendation or just enjoyment of it. It's actually not. It's actually a pretty good podcast. It's just not really for me. Because I used to think they were just like hey, you know that thing you like, it actually sucks. It actually fucking sucks, and you should kill yourself. But just JK though. But the news is right there.
Unlike all the other times where they do praise things.
Scientist Professor Gerald has created.
Actually, they're not like. I used to think they were of the level of like, because what I heard on the internet, I thought they were like CinemaSins bad. But no, they're fine. They're absolutely not for me because they're 7-hour podcasts on movies I've never seen.
The eclipse cannon.
But I can understand why someone who would like it.
An entire planet.
I just think
Was this my
they gotta lighten up a bit. They gotta be a little bit more happy. Not like in their
they
opinion,
are.
but, like they sound so bored.
When?
The entire podcast. It might just be their voices, but like I don't know. They super tired and bored, and it's like you got a little bit more energy in this, man.
I have no idea what episode you watched because it's fucking. they get real passionate.
The only one I can remember, like the Elden Ring one, for example, or even the Joker one I saw. But maybe I'm just cherry picking.
If anything, I feel like some of the times that I find them really boring is when they do things like their Jurassic Park episode, where the entire time it was just them talking about like the good parts of Jurassic Park, which like is fine because Jurassic Park is a good movie. But I shouldn't. No, never mind. That's a bad example because the guest they had on for that episode was also just a really bad speaker. And the entire time he was like, you really feel how good the dinosaurs are. And it's like, okay, is that all you have to say?
I just, compared to other podcasts I've seen, I just feel like there's a real lack of like, and maybe again, but here's the other double thing. It's like the God of War example. I don't have free time. I don't have the time to watch hours of this channel. I'm already not like, that's already not really targeted for me. To see if they do get more like passion to talk about. But all I've seen so far from their podcast is because I heard terrible things about them. You see the 7-hour, 40-minute video, and you're like, "This looks dumb," and then you watch, and it's like, "Oh, this is harmless."
Having to come back isn't my idea of a vacation.
But I want to go back to dick writing. If you've not seen, not the Dark Souls 2 video, but H Bomber guys, just videos in general, they're very good. I would highly recommend them.
Well,
Especially his the Roblox one. That one is very good.
Yeah, but that's because it wasn't really about Roblox.
Yeah, well, that's the secret plot twist.
Allowing you to sneak in the base without being
Oh, this is gonna be mad.
I'm pretty sure I've watched all of his videos except for the ones about shit that I absolutely just do not care about, like Deus Ex.
We will blow up the whole island and get away before anyone has a chance to know what hit them.
geared enough in a Bethesda. I've actually like the only Bethesda game I've ever played is like 30 minutes of Skyrim. And next year I'm willing to change that. I'm gonna beat Skyrim.
30 minutes to
I
pull
bought it.
this
I'm gonna
off.
play it.
And we only get one try, so don't fail me.
Upcoming is the worst level, one of the worst levels of the game, immediately followed up by one of the best levels in the game. Actually, wait. Nope, never mind. Man, I forgot. The next level is one of the worst levels in the game. Also, you're a low tier God fan, so this is incredibly hype. MK1 voice chat is up, and the people there are really nice.
Yeah.
'Cause I've said this not to you, but to other friends of mine that
Alright then.
that Guilty Gear is for like weirders, and Mortal Kombat is for like right-wing boomers. I guess 5-year-old kids, but like that's a boring insult. It's 2023. You got to get more creative than wow. Aren't you like 5? Am I being quiet still?
No.
I'm gonna check the mod. I'm gonna be like, oh god, I sound like shit. Delete the video. Delete the video. Just, I can't get over the forklift. It's controls kind of like a forklift too. So like
That's what it
doubly
feels
checks
like.
out. So obviously there's more Sonic games in this, but you've kind of, I'm not saying you've run out of Sonic games. This is like the
No, I absolutely have not. I've got a lot of bad Sonic
I
games
know there's
played
the
after
colors and
this.
generations, and you can play the classics. And
I'm not
see.
doing Generations. That game's actually good, and I might
I know,
not
but
do
like,
colors.
you want to like cleanse your palate?
No.
I mean,
because
honestly, I only.
I have 50 billion other games to play to having to
my-
replay Sonic Generations.
I mean, here's my massive hot take. I played the Sonic Generations for the first time like in like 2020. And it was kind of mid. This is coming from someone who actually. It's kind of mid, but I should probably just go back and play it. Because like I eventually grew to. I really didn't like SA2 when I first played it. No, I actually really liked it. So I probably should replay it because whenever you play a Sonic game for the first time, this is something I feel like the Sonic fans should just realize. When you play one of these games for the first time, you're fucking terrible at them. Don't like that's just how.
I don't think that's just true at all. The first time I played Sonic 3, I had a great time.
No, like, but like you always improve. I think every Sonic game.
I mean, that goes for fucking any game.
I think it's I think some games are worse.
I mean, well, no, whether or not you realize the game is worse out of replaying it is different than whether or not you get better at the game replaying it.
Because I forgot where it is, but like Sega games have like a specific learning curve, and I feel like Sonic games are especially big on that, where I feel like you grow a greater appreciation for them when you replay them.
I mean, it depends on the Sonic game. If I ever replayed Unleashed for the PS2, I guarantee you I'm not gonna appreciate that game anymore.
Like, but there are Sonic games that don't follow that. I think Adventure in Colors is going to be pretty similar to your first playthrough. Same with like 3 and Knuckles. But I think even Mania is a game that might be kind of when you first play it that really grows.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that happens sometimes. Like I think a lot of Sonic games grow in appreciation. And normally I would be like, well, the game should be good the first time. That's what I used to say.
They should.
They should. Well,
But
they have a weird sense of arcade mentality with wanting to play them over and over. The Chow Garden is especially apparent of that. Oh, Gavin, no, play the video game. You got punished for your for your for your speed run. But don't you want the P rank?
Absolutely fucking not.
Look, guys.
I don't like this game anywhere near enough to want to try at it.
Oh, I 100%ed Sticker Star.
I don't fucking care.
Fuck, man. Cause I got this. I find Sticker Star to be like, cause like that game's getting a lot of talk. You know, with that Door remake and shit like that. But
People like this game.
look, man, you don't gotta. I know you're tilted, you're mad. This happens all the time with us. You're tilted and you're mad, and you want to blame you rushing on the game sucks. You gotta take a deep breath and realize I'm rushing and sucking dick, and I gotta calm down.
Okay, but like in that scenario, how the fuck was I supposed to know a robot was gonna come down from the heavens?
You weren't shush. Look, man, God was kind of pissed. That's actually because I said this to you when I first met you, because how I liked playing devil's advocate with Dark Side Phil. This is before I knew any allegations. Which thank you for pointing that out to me. I did not know.
They're not allegations. They are just things that happen.
I did not know that. That was funny, but because I saw a lot of him play Dark Souls and like Dark Souls for the first time, and I'm like, what the fuck are these people on? We were all like this when we played Souls. We all like unfairly blame the game when we're just sick of it because we just want to move on, no matter how fair it is. But the thing is like we're saying this to ourselves, not streaming to hundreds of thousands of people. And I feel like some of us are better at turning that off. But like we all say bullshit when we're mad. We're mad. And I thought people were being like unfairly harsh to someone who's just trying to like who's just struggling, and I feel like the best way to help someone struggling is to be nice and be like, no, I'm with you, this kind of sucks. Like, I love Dark Souls. Kicking in Dark Souls sucks, and I understand why someone would hate that mechanic. It's a game you should try to play on stream. Like, if you're getting sick of Sonic, you should try Souls.
If I ever do play Dark Souls, I'm
shit.
doing that on my own time. I don't want to play it on stream. The only games I want to play on stream are things I already have experience with, or things that I don't know if I would even want to play unless I was doing it for a different purpose.
Okay.
It's
Because
like-
I'm like, I think a big appeal of people watching the stream is you getting like, is people of what you think of something.
I think you think a big appeal of what?
Like a big reason like you would watch something is seeing, oh, how does my fellow streamer like this game, or what is his reaction to something he's never played before.
I mean, yeah, I'll do that for games that like I've never played before and I don't particularly care about. Like I don't give a shit about Sonic Adventure, which is why I'm playing it on stream. But like whenever I get to like, the Final Fantasy games for the first time, I don't experience that on the stream. I want to experience that myself.
Those games are long. That also works.
Well, yeah, the great example because they're RPGs, which I don't want to play RPGs on stream at all. But
this level's giving you shit. Wow, this level's giving you shit.
But just like as a point, for example, a game like Final Fantasy that I want to really get into, I don't want to do that on stream.
They also they want you to look up shit, and that's annoying to do on stream. That's the thing that makes me never watch stream. I am unapologetic with looking.
I am also, depending on the thing I'm
Like,
doing.
that makes for a boring stream. Nobody wants
I mean,
to look up.
if you look up literally everything, then yeah. But fucking, I looked up a few things during Sonic Adventure, but the majority of that game was me playing it. So, fucking, I don't think anyone's crying over me looking up how to do this, that, or the third.
This is another thing I want to talk about. I feel like streamers that get, well, obviously, like, people that just flat out spoil the plot, that's another thing. But people who, like, backseat by giving, like, little tips, and when streamers get mad at that, I agree with that. I feel like streamers should accept and appreciate backseat. Because
Um,
like it creates a greater viewer streamer connection. I feel like that like makes them like the stream like because as a we are a slave, or at least how I view it, slave to our viewers. Like we gotta make them happy, and I feel like connecting with them helps.
I feel like I have the opinion of it that I do with a lot of things, which is just make it clear beforehand. If you don't want backseating, tell people you don't want backseating, and if people start backseating even after you've made that clear, then that's on them. But if you didn't say anything, don't suddenly come at them like, why are you guys backseating? It's like you didn't fucking say anything.
I just feel like backseating can sometimes make a stream just flow better. I feel like you have more of a connection with the viewer. You're like, stop giving me help!
But it could also do the exact opposite, where someone's like,
remember that
hey,
one
if you want to...
moment where you hold the fire button? How about you do it?
Because there are games like the Final Fantasy series where there are exploits, I guess is the best way to put it, to make the game easier, or just like shortcuts. And if people are like, hey, well, you can do this and make it way easier, by the way, it's like, okay, but I want to maybe experience that for myself. Which is why I don't even want to play some of these games on stream.
Yeah, you could have streamed Pizza Tower instead of just refunding it. Oh yeah, this man refunded Pizza Tower. It's SMH. I like how he's no legs.
Unless he's supposed to be in the robot.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I hate this level. And a friend of mine, Andrew, who loves this game, he's like, oh no, you can beat this level in like 60 seconds. It's fine. Fuck this level. I hate it. The time limit is so strict.
Yeah, you can beat Sonic 06 in like 5 minutes. That's obviously not how the game plays.
It's 5 minutes, and it's so random. Okay, the gems are in random locations every time, which most of the time is fine. Sometimes you get shit luck and you gotta reset, like, it sucks, but for the most part, fine. This level is like, you beat the level or you die, depending if you get good RNG. Like, I hate this shit. Like, I don't care that if you're good at video games, you can beat it in 60 seconds. Like, this level and Eggman's like, you have 15 minutes. Like, that should be... We have 10... The next level after this, you have 10 minutes to beat a song. You have, like... Oh, you have to open the vault. You have to, like, find a switch.
Oh, that's awesome.
But, like... But sometimes the crystals are just fucking just sitting there. But as a, but like the shadow level after this, you have like 10 minutes to beat a shadow level. It take like 3. It's like, why do I have 5 minutes to beat the super random puzzle level? You have to like open a specific vault. Like it's like upstairs.
It's said to open the safe. You get into the middle and dig.
Like upstairs, it's like a switch. You have to open like the second floor. Also, Eggman gets increasingly mad at you, and it's like, fuck off, Eggman. Really hate this level. I know, and I did to get the A rank. I did beat it in like 60 seconds, but like that doesn't make it better. That doesn't make it a good level. It just makes me flying around. Then it becomes like Adventure 1. It makes me just fly around and collect shit. I flip-flop between this and... I don't know if that's the right switch. I'm thinking of one there. There's like another one upstairs. Cause like there's a... It makes me so yeah, that did nothing. And there's another level after this that is more universally hated. Base. That level's also not good, but like, I just find this one to be way more frustrating. Mountain Space just gets tedious. Like, it's telling you the thing you already know. It's Yeah, you have to go upstairs and you have to open block B. I actually do remember a little bit ago. Oh yeah, see, one's just sitting there. There was a streamer that I don't know the name of, but he was like kind of what you're doing, just playing a bunch of Sonic games and kind of shitting on them. And he got to the part in Metal Harbor where you're like on like the surfboard and it controls like
piss.
Yeah, like pretty bad. And he was like, "Oh my god, this controls awfully." And the people there were being like, "Wow, like Sonic people who play Sonic games for the first time just lose all their brain cells." And I came in there with my devil's advocate. And I was like, "Dude, I don't care how, like I like this game too. That part controls like shit." And I kind of got some shit for it. Like, people were kind of giving me some sass. They're like, "Ugh, like, it's not that hard to get all the rings in that area." Yes, it fucking is. It was terribly. And the other comment was like, "Oh yeah, this is where you, like, open saves." But there were, what was I gonna say? But one of the comments was like, "Oh, it's not about getting all the rings, it's about completing the level, which he's doing shockingly poorly." It's like, yeah, because it controls like shit and it's hard. No wonder he's having trouble completing the level.
I can't.
Oh, it's weird. It's supposed to open.
This video game fucking sucks.
Which one?
This video game fucking sucks.
Nah, you're just bad at it. Hey, following up is one of the best things. It's okay. And I know.
What, Heroes?
No, the next level.
Oh, you said the next level, okay. This is the next game.
Heroes is just whatever. Andrew, like, I played that because Andrew recommended it to me, and I was like, it's fine.
Like, if Andrew recommended that you play Heroes, Andrew might not be your friend. He might actually secretly want you dead.
Actually, well, if you wanna get into that, if you wanna get into like drama, but like, there's a part of me that doesn't want me to introduce you to him because I just don't want you to be the first impression of him is, "Oh hi, Aaron's friend." By the way, Xenoblade 2 fucking sucks. Like, don't insult someone you see for the first time. That's just mean. You don't even know the guy.
Is it insulting Aaron to go, "I don't like Xenoblade 2"?
I don't care about Xenoblade, but he likes Xenoblade 2, so don't just bully a man.
Right, but I'm saying, like, what's the bullying part? I'm not gonna walk up to him. I'm not gonna walk up to him and go, "Hey Aaron," or sorry, "Hey Andrew, I hate Xenoblade 2, by the way." It's a, "Hey Andrew."
Because I remember one time we talked, I was talking about how much playtime he has in that game, and you're like, "Now I gotta talk to him. Now I gotta see what he means by it." Or like, what he gets in that game. It's like, I'm not gonna introduce you to someone who you're just gonna insult the first thing you're gonna do. Look, man, he loves Kingdom Hearts 2, man. He loves Kingdom Hearts 2, and you like that game.
So?
I played Heroes because Andrew recommended it. It's fine. It was harmless, but like it was gonna have this problem where it's like once you get a certain part of the way through a level, you're just doing the level again. But generally the level's over pretty fast after that. Heroes, it was like the levels were like 10+ minutes long. And it was so obvious we're just doing this gimmick. It was like the Halo 1 level design. We're doing this again. And I didn't even bother with the other story. So yes, I did not finish the game. I'm sorry. I beat all of Sonic, and I was like, this was fine, but I have no interest in playing the other stories. But yeah, I didn't think it was like especially terrible. I just thought it was. I thought it came. That's my opinion. That's my review. Sonic Heroes. More at 11. And then Shadow was like, I played a little bit of Shadow for shits and giggles. And I honestly, props to Sonic Team for making a game where you play as an edgy hedgehog. Did you not open the door?
I thought I did.
Shouts for Sonic Team for making a game where he plays an edgy hedgehog, wielding a gun, shooting down robots and aliens, and somehow making that boring. That's just impressive. But yeah, that game was super boring. It wasn't also kind of like Heroes. It wasn't aggressively awful, but I don't find I didn't find it was super boring. Yeah, red. Also, this is another question. Was controller support for you, like, did it, like, register immediately?
No, I had to connect my PS4 controller, and then to even have it recognize the gamepad, and then have them both be on when I opened the game, and then turn the PS4 controller off.
An app called, it's an app that makes it so it registers X input. Because, like, it just wouldn't register. And it was like, oh yeah, you can only have one save open at a time.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
I don't like this level. I don't like it.
Story
Boobs.
I was looking at something the other day, and I found it really funny. There was an artist who was like, yeah, I don't usually do non-furry stuff. And then, like, I looked at their profile, and I looked through stuff that they did. And yeah, for the most part, it was furry stuff. And then I saw fucking Rouge the Bat with huge tits, and I was like, this doesn't even really count as furry. This is a human woman with a bad head.
Yeah. There are, like, spectrums. It's like autism. There are spectrums of furry. And let me get this out of the way. If you are a furry or you enjoy that kind of content, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's completely normal to have fetishes. Just don't have like fetishes of like.
Not here. I have 2 furry fans, and I would like neither to be here.
Oh. Well, I accept open arms. I accept open arms.
One of them isn't here right now, but Solid Blueberry's in chat.
Well, you were open to me. I'm not a furry guy, but I'm completely okay with it. Maybe it's possible, but there's like it's like aggressively furry, where it's like, wow, this is just an animal, fucking another animal. Where it's like, and then it's just an animal, and then it's just a human with like cat ears and a cat tail. And like there are spectrums in this shit where it's like, no.
I feel like that shouldn't even really count.
I know. It's not. It doesn't even count. But like, it's like, what the fuck? Isn't like the cat ears thing like pretty popular?
If the character in question is like more than 75% human, it shouldn't count anymore.
A part of me wants to say the driving levels because they've nothing to do with this Sonic game. And they're like shittier than the Twinkle Park driving level. But if you don't count those, I consider this and Mad Space to be the worst level. But we're not in Mad Space yet. Mad Space is bad for completely different reasons. You'll see why. You'll see why as soon as you start the level.
The number of furry fans went up. Yeah, I mean, because there used to just be Rian, but now there's Solid Blueberry. So I do have 2 furry fans, which is more than I had before. So.
Hey, you gotta bribe the demographic.
Which, I mean, I assume it has to be because I started playing Sonic games. Because Rian came around, I started playing Unleashed. And that's like the ultra furry Sonic game for reasons that need not be explained.
Kind of getting into a YouTuber.
What?
One of her videos.
I cannot hear you.
There's a YouTuber called Hazel that I've been kind of watching recently. I kind of got into because she made a video called like cool spots in Pokemon, and that just made me smile. There are some smoke spots. She also did a video on SA, and the intro to that made me fucking giggle because it's her using the live footage of the Macy's parade. Macy's Day or like with the festival where they set up the balloons. I forgot the name of it.
Macy's Day Parade.
Macy's Day Parade.
Macy's Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, with the Sonic the Hedgehog from blimp from the 90s that fucking popped and killed a kid and police officer. And like she uses that footage and goes Sonic fucking oh. It's like alright. And I'm not much of an anime guy, but her videos are pretty. They're charming. They're cozy. Me and her have a very similar, silly sense of humor. Anyway, you having fun?
No.
Come on, you got 30 seconds! You can do it! Oh, you can open this, though.
I don't even know what the last one is. I can grab it in time if I wanted to.
20 seconds. It's open.
This shit was way better in Adventure 1.
I've agreed. Yeah. Also, remember if you're playing base SA2. Also, oh wow! If you the time. Oh, I didn't even know that. If you let the timer out, you gotta pull 3 then. I was just reset.
Oh.
If you're low, you would have a. Oh man! Oh yeah, you couldn't get these in any order, and the radar would be way worse. So like, consider your ass fortunate.
I mean, I downloaded a mod to make it this way.
Consider your ass lucky.
Lucky that the mod exists.
Yeah. That
I
radar
mean,
thing is a pretty
if
good
the mod if the mod didn't exist, I wouldn't be playing the game. So.
It's like a thing weird like. That's the thing. Fears about getting into games. Because I remember a bit. This is gonna sound weird. A big thing that made me not want to play Kingdom Hearts 2 was Antiform.
Yeah, Antiform is a crock of shit.
Actually, from what I've seen of it, it actually seems kind of cool.
Oh no,
like,
it's cool, but the way it works is a crock of shit.
And that was the thing. But like originally, it's like, oh, sometimes it disappears when you go Devil Trigger, and it's like, oh fuck off, that's so.
Like, oh yeah, you want Wisdom Form? Suck my dick, actually. So suck my dick and eat my nuts.
And it's like that kind of. Not a little bit. Like when I first saw like a review of the game, I was like, that doesn't sound fun. But hey,
it wasn't. Fuck you!
Oh man, this being a little stubborn.
Wow.
Oh,
Was there just anything I could do about that?
No. I'm not an SA at school, you wanna.
I wasn't literally asking you, it was a rhetorical question.
I know. You gotta open the red safe now. Oh, you see why I don't like this
Oh, fuck you too.
But like, I think a big thing that made me not like SA2 as much when I first played it is how much harder it is compared to the first game. Like, I will admit the first game I liked that it was baby easy because I was able to just have fun and platform. But in this one, I had to like get good, and I didn't want to do that. So it wasn't until I replayed it with the knowledge of getting good okay, you also gotta realize, you're like pretty good at video games. You'd be shocked for someone who...
Well, not even just like, not just like if Sonic Adventure 2 is hard or whatever. Is it harder than Sonic Adventure 1?
Definitely. Adventure 1 is easy.
Tails and Knuckles are pretty easy, but Sonic actually like makes you play the game. They aren't set piece levels like in this game. So I feel like Sonic is harder might be the wrong word to use, but they're more involved in Adventure
How's
1.
that? Perfect.
I
like me?
strongly beg to differ. I think Adventure 2 gave me what it did Adventure 1. But that's kind of what made me like Adventure 1 more at the time. But now I'm... Oh, right, yeah, this boss fight. I completely
I
forgot
can't
this was
believe
a
I've
thing.
come this far just to fail.
This is Flying Dog headquarters.
Bosses,
Found entering security.
they gotta make them better, man.
To attack.
A Sonic Adventure 2 remake actually would be really cool. As much as I would, like, look forward to a Sonic Adventure, they would literally just have to make like a completely different video game to make Adventure 1. Adventure 1, this is not a good defense. Adventure 1 is a product of its time. It's good today as like a remake. It would be pretty crap.
I'm glad that you can acknowledge the part about like, you know, for the time is a bad argument. Because I hear that one a lot, and it pisses me off every time.
On paper, it doesn't make sense because like I'm stealing this one. Games aren't like milk. They don't go over time.
Yeah.
It's the game's the one thing that's staying the same. It's just like game design philosophy nowadays. Sonic Adventure 1 is good in my opinion. Like, but
it's not even like that the games don't change, so it's like kind of inaccurate ever. It's just not like a good defense at all. Because like, Zelda 1, it's not a bad game because it was good for the time, and it's like, okay, but it isn't the time anymore, is it?
But SA2, the minor tweaks could actually be a real banger. Like real. Like I already like this game quite a bit. To me, it's like a very low 8 out of 10. It's
What the fuck?
sucks to suck. But and Adventure 1 would maybe be like a 7 out of 10. But I think like with like some polishing, and I think you could really do SA2 a lot of favors. The two games I would probably want, because like people were giving shit on the recent Direct, because like, oh, there's too many remakes, too many ports, and I was like, dude, I don't know who you are. I think remakes are fucking dope. Oh, man, man.
When the fuck?
Man, they kind of pulling your pants under.
When the fuck?
But I
fucking love to Omo Chow.
But there's a. It would have popped off harder for the TTYD remake, because that's like one of my favorite games. But like, now that emulation's a thing, not as hard pop off, but still really cool. I'm not one of those guys. But if it has been confirmed, but if it is gonna run at 30, I will make a frowny face, because come on, the original ran at 60, and it is a game. I'm not a frame rate guy, but this is a game where frame rate does matter.
I was gonna ask, does the frame rate even matter, and did it run at 60 on GameCube? So
it did matter, and it did run at 60. Which, first up, shocking how it ran at 60. Depending on how surprisingly like complicated doing models for that game. Also, I think if you get a game over, you gotta do the stage over again.
If that is the case,
We're taking a break.
then I'm doing it one more time. And if after doing it one more time I still can't get this fucking boss to work, then this game isn't getting finished.
Also, I know it's gonna be priced at 60. I don't think the TTYD remake should be worth 60. And let me explain. Because what is the difference between the TTYD remake?
You cut out again.
Oh, what is the difference between like the TTYD remake and the Prime, like the Metroid Prime remake?
The Prime remake is way more of a visual step up.
And like that one's at 40. And it was just like a free bonus. It was just like oh yeah, it's releasing today. Like this is the one that's getting like hyped up. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Even if we didn't have Prime to compare it to, I would still just say that that TTYD should be 40, or not. Sorry, it should at least not be 60. Because if they're not going to change anything about the game other than making the visuals a little bit better,
I mean, if they do change it, if they do change
okay.
the game, if they do actually go and change the game, then scrap this. Like, just.
I mean,
like,
yeah, obviously.
But and that would be kinda dope. I'm not sure what they would necessarily add, but I'm not complaining. Also, this is a. I want to talk about paper a bit because this is a thing that's been going on. Well, this is the thing that's kind of going on because of how like elusive TTYD has become because it's kind of hard to get if you're not a criminal, and they've never reported it and everybody like hypes it up. It's kind of become a golden cow, kind of like Earthbound was back in like 2010. And like people kind of hype up its battle system and stories like the best shit ever. It's like I love that game. It doesn't have like the best battle system I've experienced in a video game or the best story.
What, TTYD?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I love it, but like it's not like, you know, like I've played games with better stories. I've played games with better battle systems. It's not like a perfect Omega game. It's better than everything else, and I feel like because of how like elusive and like somewhat gate-kept it's gotten. That's kind of what it's become. Also, what is playing in the background?
I don't know. The thing with TTYD, I can't even say anything about it because I only got to chapter 3 before I stopped playing. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I was in the boss fight with Gubba Gubba or whatever.
Yeah,
And then and I was just too bored. I figured if this is gonna be the entire game, then I probably wasn't very interested.
Give it another shot. But
No.
Also, as a kid, I went back to it somewhat recently. I don't think Sticker Star is like a garbage, like the worst. I love Chugga. I don't think it's like the worst game ever made. I have two big problems with Sticker Star. So yeah, you mustered up. I have two big problems. It's the damn. I think the combat is dog shit. And my biggest issue, where the fuck do I go? Like, what sticker do I need for thing? That is a... Get that shit. It's like, where do I go? What do I do? And that's what made me not like it. But I don't think it's like as a like it looks fine. It has a great soundtrack. It's got decent writing. Like I think as a game it's fine. Like there are people being like, oh my no, Sticker Star is like worse than Sonic 06. Like what the? Get out of here. It's not like that bad. It's bad, but it's not that bad.
I mean, I suppose it could vary depending on your experience with Sonic 06. If you're one of the lucky few who managed to get to that game with no glitches and or picked up on everything intuitively, you might think the Sticker Star is the worst game in 06 because fucking without the glitches, Sonic 06 is just like a painfully very mid game.
And I think
Sticker Star's a bad game, so
I think the biggest issue I have with Sticker Star is not the game itself. It's like what it did to the fan base and community. Because like
Sonic 06, not 02, Blueberry.
I meant I meant Sticker Star, and I meant Sticker Star 2. Did I say 06? Fuck me.
No, the person in chat thought we said Sonic 02.
Oh.
Don't know how, but
Did the Sonic game come out in 2002? I think
probably.
Adventure 2 Battle did.
No, Adventure 2 Battle 2001. Came out the same year as Adventure 2.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Damn, they were quick on that shit. I love the song. And I think this level's fun. But also you get 9 minutes for this shadow level, and you get 5. Like, what the fuck? But what was I gonna say? But I find the worst thing about Paper Mario Superstar is like what it did to the fan base. Like it took Paper Mario, generally positive, quiet fan base, and just made it like this super overreacted. We only want this one thing. And we never wanted that. Legit, I would like Origami King if it was just a 3D platformer. But they have to make it a shitty RPG and make it so all the characters are just fine. Like I think the Bob-omb character in that game is pretty cool, but just give him a design, man. And it had this stupid crazy shit with the Mario. I want to compare this with Mario Party. Because Mario Party had a similar sort of like, oh, the new game sucks sort of. With Mario Party, obviously 9 and 10 are not the greatest games, but I'm actually a lot more forgiving on those, on like the after those games for trying something different. Because Mario Party had 8 games up to that point. And obviously, yes, some games are better than others. Like 6 is better than 4. But
6 is better than all of them.
but fundamentally, even no matter how much of a diehard fan you are, parties are kind of the same thing.
Wait, you said what's kind of the same thing?
A lot of the Mario parties.
Oh yeah.
If you played one, you've kind of played a good hand.
Yeah, without getting into like anything that makes up the games,
And that's
they all play
and
very similarly.
And that's probably the reason why 2 was like the fan favorites were so similar. And I think Hudson Soft at the and then they transitioned to ND Cube, who are the people that made like Wii Party and stuff. Hey, Big. People made like Wii Party. These games are selling fine, but critically they're getting weaker and weaker, and people are probably getting tired of them. This isn't gonna last forever, so they wanted to try something new, and I respect that. I don't think it worked, but I respect them wanting to try something new. And when they realized this new thing isn't working, they went back to the classic. So they essentially did a new Coke sort of thing.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the new Coke, or what's it? Them going back to the classic also sucks, but that's neither here nor there. At least they acknowledged it.
Superstars. I thought people like Superstars.
They like it. It's not good. People like Breath of the Wild, but you know what I think about it.
But isn't that? I've never played it, but like, isn't that just like classic Mario, like the Mario Party, the classic Mario Party boards with the mini games?
It's the classic boards and mini games and items, but they changed a lot of inner workings of the game. Like I said, all the Mario parties, they on the outside they play very similarly. Once you get into them, they create very different experiences. Like yeah, if you played all 8 Mario parties, you go, yeah, these are all the same game. But then if you actually play any of them for a significant amount of time, then you go, oh, 6 is the only good one.
Okay. I'll tell you what, I've never actually played Superstars, but I know Super is just like really boring. But
one of the like easiest things to explain without like really having to get into anything is so you know how the thing with Mario Party is that like, oh, you win the mini game, you get the money.
Yes.
With all the new Mario parties, the Superstars,
it's evened out.
Not that it's evened out, but there's just so much money to go around because second and third place also get money. So you spend a lot of the game never even like thinking about, oh, I need to like make sure this person doesn't get a star because that person's always gonna have the money for a star.
Okay. I'll if I play a game of that game, I will reaffirm it. But I'm not a massive Mario Party guy. I love watching it, but I'm not a massive Mario Party guy, so I will take your word. But like, as much as they're like, I never played 10, but I did play 9, and even though in a lot of ways the game's kind of crap, I respect it because they wanted to try something different. Paper Mario did not have that excuse. They had 2 games with a working formula. Then they wanted to try something a little different because Super was originally going to be a GameCube game. Didn't want 2 of the same game on the same platform.
And then you blow up.
Yeah. And then you blow up. And then they were going to make a what was I gonna say?
Chaos control.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So they made 3 games. Super had critically did well.
There
Had a
goes
somewhat
Hawaii. There goes Hawaii.
Oh yeah. Had a somewhat mixed reception with fans. And so they made Sticker Stars kind of damage control. So it was like, okay, we'll go back to the traditional combat, we'll downplay the story heavily, it'll just be Mario, and maybe fans will like it ended up backfiring. It had a way worse reception. Now the logical thing they should have done is they should have been like, oh, okay, this didn't work. This overcorrection didn't work. Let's go back to what did work. And they just didn't do that for like 10 plus years, and they kept fucking doubling down and their own farts being like, no, this new direction totally works. It totally doesn't have a mixed reception, just because Super got a somewhat mixed reception.
Maria.
And like with Mario Party, it totally makes sense why they changed direction, why they wanted to do something different.
That was so unexpected. So
Didn't.
unlike you,
Or
Shadow.
what?
To come
But
and
like,
rescue me.
but with Paper Mario, they just did that, and it like ruined the fan base. Because like,
You know,
as much as I think that it's like my thing with Pokemon. As much as I think the new games are mid,
Yeah, but then again, that's not
the fan base is the thing that's ruining that franchise. You don't see fucking people in the Call of Duty community
Well-
sending death threats and screaming out their asses because the new game sucks dick. They just take it on the chin and just deal with it.
What exactly do you mean by the fan base ruins it? Because, like, I don't... I know that most people, like, aren't aware of this, but, Nintendo does not give shit what most American fans think, and I don't know if the Japanese fans are also like, we want Thousand Year Door back.
But if they don't care about the American fan base, then what have they been kind of marketing to for like the past, it's like ever since like the Switch, like Breath of the Wild was a thing?
Not don't care, as in like they literally don't care, and also they've been marketing to the Americans since the inception of Mario. You don't have to go as early as Breath of the Wild or as late as Breath of the Wild, but what's it? It's not they don't care at all, but they're not scouring the internet seeing YouTube videos like who's this YouTuber named Chugga Conroy saying Sticker Star sucks. They don't care about shit like that. So to say that the fan base is ruining it and making Nintendo go back on things like that, they don't care.
Well, no, I'm talking specifically for me because it just makes it annoying. Like I don't love Chugga Conroy, and I'm completely indifferent to Arlo, but like they're like obsessive like whining certainly isn't painting them in a great light, especially if you don't know the context.
You could always just not listen to it.
I know, but like that argument could go for anything. Oh, you hate.
Yeah,
just
it
don't
can.
Mario.
Yes, correct. It can go for anything, which is why you should do it. I hate when people are like, the fan base ruins this thing. Just don't play listen to the fan base. Unless it's an online game where you literally have to, then like, and even that might not necessarily be true.
Avoiding Pokemon talk, avoiding Paper Mario talk is actually not bad. I've been getting pretty, like, once Origami King came out, I was efficient. Like, I was like, I'm not dealing with this shit anymore. But in Pokemon, it's impossible.
fell on deaf ears.
It's like
Impossible is a strong word.
You gotta hear it.
I don't get very many Pokemon recommendations in my feed because I don't watch any fucking Pokemon videos.
I'm talking Twitter.
I mean, Twitter too. Twitter is not that hard to curate.
Well, you're better than
I found this.
cute little tails. I like Eggman's goofy ass walk. Oh, is this is the driving level? I told you, Rouge does not get good levels, man. Rouge got such shit levels.
This makes things a whole lot easier.
Yeah, God, that was a ramble and a half.
Did you get that?
Soon enough.
But yeah, my big thing, my big takeaway is that I love Paper Mario. I love the first 2 games. I like Super.
Currently, I have not been able to confirm that
But
Shadow
I
is
feel
the
like
ultimate
fans
life
kind of
former.
like
I will
hyping this
continue
shit up
my
as the
research
second coming
on
of
Project
Christ
Shadow and have a follow-up report
isn't
very
doing the
shortly.
franchise any
Just
favors.
a reminder, don't forget about my
tell your friend to talk about furry porn. I don't know how much Aaron knows about furry porn, and even if he did, I wouldn't ask him to talk about it. And hey, Alfonso.
I am completely okay with it, but I don't know the meta.
Boy, wait for me!
Anyway, driving! She got a cool car. I don't know why they put this in the game.
Because Adventure 1 had it.
It was like just a little goofy, that bad adventure. I really don't like the driving in this game, and I know it's been a bit. They're probably not that different, but I swear the driving was a lot more annoying in this one.
I don't know about which one is more annoying because I think they both control like shit, but this one goes way faster, which is worse.
Yeah, I swear.
Because these turns are not made for it.
I swear. But again, it's been a little bit since I replayed Total Apart. I will say, people really say they want a new Chow Garden, like a solo Chow Garden game. I don't think that would work.
Same, but probably for very different reasons than you say so.
The thing that makes the Chow Garden work in a sense is that, like, if you were to, like the drives of animals and rewards for the game, it would just become really convenient and it would, like, it would just, all you want to do is see the cute little chows, but, like, getting there. But in the Chow Garden, to do that, you have to play Adventure 2, which is a fun, real video game that you have to play. So they, like, have a symbiotic relationship together, where playing Adventure 2, which is a game, you get to, like, enjoy a little side game more. And, like, and then you want the emblems, which are not in the Hill Zone. They have a symbiotic relationship where, like, it goes to, oh, geez, that, like, goes together. And I think just a solo chat, because then it would just get grindy and you would lose a lot of impact. I think that's the Chow Garden being part of the SA2 why really benefits that game.
I mean, they could just make a game with that in mind.
I know.
I think that.
But like, I think a solo Chow Garden game would.
Okay. So I see what you're saying. Which I guess gets into my thing of why I don't think they should bring the Chow Garden back. Is I think it was shit.
This is also someone who's not super invested in the Chow Garden because it takes fucking forever.
Which is why it's shit.
Like I think the concept's really cool, but oh my god, it takes so long. I don't know. Ask Andrew. He got all the emblems in this game, which means he kind of had. He also was not a Chow Garden guy until he had to, but then he's like, oh no, it's actually kind of fun. Which I when you commit yourself to it, it probably is fun. Like if that was the entire game, that shit would be boring as hell. Because the biggest problem with Chow is that the racing / fighting is completely automatic. If they like turn the Chow Garden to like a simple platformer or a simple fighting game, I think they would have way more gameplay. Because you'd be like working for something. Rather than like seeing funny little chows. Also the good chows, like the good chows, they look ugly. Like the ones that were like playing with the hero.
Yeah.
And all the power chows look super ugly.
So how's SA2 so far? It's about as good as it was the last time I played it, which is a little bit better than Sonic Adventure 1, which is a bad game.
So far, he thinks it's fine.
Which is all to say this game's like a 6 out of 10. Maybe 5.5.
Could be worse. You can now.
That's another thing I hate when people say it.
Okay, this level was made just so Shadow could have another level. There is no story. There's no story purpose to this level.
Spotted at 11 o'clock.
Remember I said I think Shadow doesn't get enough levels? Like this was specifically made so Shadow can have another level. That being said, I'm not this level's fine, just not. Also very glitchy. Yeah.
Am I supposed to use the bounce bracelet on that?
You're supposed to attack. Just homing attack over and over. can get them back to us.
Yeah, that's why I was confused.
And also, these things are really, really good.
So Sonic Adventure 2.
Actually, don't, you get a power up. It's cool. There's a really cryptically hidden power up. There's a really cryptically hidden power up in this level that it's not useful, but it looks cool. It's good on the guys that like turn electric. But outside of that, it's not very useful. Do you want to know a completely useless fun fact about Sonic Adventure 2?
Sure.
Is well, I guess you could have. I get the. Oh man, I didn't know this. Because if this was a chatter saying this, you'd be like, "You're just gonna say, just tell me. You just know. You want to tell me."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said that to you too. It wouldn't matter if it was a chatter. I'm pretty sure I told this to you as well.
I like telling fun facts. Anyway, in SN2, if you get every single ring in a level, which is very hard, because I think there are some levels with rings hidden in walls, you get an automatic A rank, no matter the time, no matter the points, no matter how many times you die, which is infinitely harder than just getting an A rank. But it's kind of cool. But it's kind of cool. Oh, you might want to get on it. Oh, never mind. You're killing it. Getting that golden. I forgot the name. The gun robot, the golden one. That one is so hell to do on this level. Because the for the most part, fine. Switching rails is fun, but for the most part, it's fine. Jumping off the rails is a goddamn death sentence. Because of the nerfed homing attack. So, getting that little... So, A-ranking, you don't need to get it to A-rank it, but I thought you did, and so I was on this level for way longer than I should have.
Here we go.
But yeah, Rail Canyon to me just exists. It's like completely harmless, but it was just made to have Shadow have another level.
I guess I'm not at full power here.
Sonic SatAM was 30 years old 5 days ago. Is that true? Yeah, I guess 90s would have been 30 years ago. Okay.
Doctor,
I always thought
they're heading directly
Adventures of
toward us.
Sonic the Hedgehog
What should we do?
came out before SatAM, but no, apparently the SatAM came out first.
There's no way they can get away. I don't know what they are planning, but I'll be sure to give them a warm welcome.
Yeah, that was... oh, you get to... the most pointless boss fight ever is coming.
That was pretty rough.
We did it! Let's go, Amy!
It's like, I don't know why they even bothered with this shit.
Did you really think you could
I know it's to give them another boss fight.
Come and get some.
Losers.
Just leave it to me.
this time? I'll take your lives as well as the Chaos Emerald.
I keep thinking of the SA2 fandom when seeing these animations.
Yeah, that's something else I mentioned during SA1. It's like remarkable how much better this game looks than SA1. Just like animation-wise.
Honestly, this game looks great for a Dreamcast game.
I mean, the game, I still think it looks like shit, but like the fact that characters don't like undulate in place anymore.
I think
like-
specifically for... I can go right. You can finish.
I mean, just Sonic Adventure 1 constantly looks terrible. Characters don't... They stand idly by doing their undulating poses, and then their terrible facial animations play, and then the cutscene ends. Where here, they actually have, like, poses, God forbid.
The anime. I think SA1 actually... well, SA1 looks really good for a 1998 Dreamcast game, because you gotta remember, that shit came out the same year as Metal Gear and Ocarina of Time, so it was insane. Okay, so you're fighting this boss fight because it hurt its feelings, and it's like the most pathetic boss fight ever. Just unironically mash the shoot button.
Oh.
At least I think. Maybe I'm forgetting something. I swear, like, that is actually, like, just how you do this fight efficiently. Also bash! Oh, okay.
Why is Eggman not facing forward all the time?
It really should be. But, something about... But yeah, I think SA2 looks really good, because you gotta remember, the Dreamcast is way less powerful than, like, the PS2 and GameCube. And I guess that other console that exists. So, I think SA2, for the limitations it was given, looks really good. But I don't know. What do you think?
I'm just never really interested in the topic of like, oh yeah, this looks good for X, Y, and Z, because I just don't care.
I really enjoy the conversations of like how games have aged visually over time, because I kind of love how like early PS1 games look.
I enjoy the conversation when there's like actually something to be said about how they look. Because like Metal Gear 1, like on the surface, you would think, yeah, the Metal Gear 1 kind of looks like shit, or Metal Gear Solid 1 kind of looks like shit. But then like you look at the rest of the series, and I much prefer how Metal Gear 1 looks over the other games, because Snake just looked better when he didn't have facial animations. The codec looked better when it was 2D art as opposed to the 3D models.
Yes, absolutely. I could not agree more. They look so bored when they're.
And so things like that, where it's like, oh, due to limitations, they made it look a certain way, and the way it looked was just better than how they did the rest of the series. That's a conversation I like when it comes to visuals. When it's just like, the polygons were better as time went on. Times was good and then times was bad. Yeah, I don't really care.
I constantly hear people be like, oh, SNES 2D pixel art looks way better than PS1 graphics. Like, yeah, I guess art direction-wise it's aged better, but I think it's still super impressive that they were able to, like, they didn't just do a 2D game, they wanted to try some 3D, and I think for a lot of games they succeeded. Like, whether they look crappy today or not, I don't think it's like a super big thing.
This Martin Brown guy in chat is saying the most, like, wild shit. My favorite Sonic TV series is Adventure Sonic the Hedgehog, Sad AM, Underground, X, Boom, and Prime. Isn't that fucking all of them? Yeah.
Look, man, he didn't say the Sonic CD thing. That's more of a movie.
What Sonic CD thing?
The movie?
No, he said TV series.
The OV, yeah, that was gonna be like the OV. This is the worst level in the game. This level fucking sucks.
He's like, oh yeah, my favorite Sonic TV series is all of them. It's like, oh, you don't have a favorite then. Kind of a useless word, isn't it?
I think I've only ever seen Sad AM and Adventures of the Hedgehog. I fucking hate this game. And this is not a hot take. Everybody hates it.
Yeah.
It has one of my favorite songs in the game. But it's way too big. And you're gonna see very quickly why this level is good. Now after this level, you actually get the best Eggman level in the game.
Detector readings are reversed. Be very careful. Get the iron boots and use them to kick open the steel container.
I'd love to do that, Omo Chow, except I don't know what the fuck they are.
You have to hit a switch, I think?
I hit a switch, and I don't know what it did.
Detector readings are reversed. Be very
I do kind of like that the power-ups are in the stage, I think it's a concept, but...
I mean, yeah, Adventure 1 just having an overworld was stupid and shitty, so...
It's the weakest part. I swear, for some characters like Big and Amy, you are spending more time in the overworld than actually in the level. Oh, there they are.
For Amy...
Turn around. Blue. Keep going. Blue. That. In a cubby. In a cubby. Not up. Wait. Just keep yeah, that, in that, on the other side.
Rouge.
There you go. You can now sync. That's a different game. Anyway, you like Mario Galaxy? Well, I got bad news. This plays nothing like Mario Galaxy. Be prepared to spend 15 minutes. But you know what? If you do get the emeralds pretty quickly, I will legit be impressed. You have won that argument.
What argument?
Well, because I don't like this level. I think I dislike the safe level more. But I think Mad Space is like, in terms of like game design, because it's way too big.
I mean, if you're talking about like me saying the Knuckles gameplay is the best, I still believe that. Whether or not the levels are bad is irrelevant to that, or at least for the most part irrelevant to that. Because if the levels are bad, that's more about like the level design than anything. But in terms of like the actual gameplay styles, Knuckles is by far the best.
I will.
You
Buy the
will.
advanced radar.
And this level really sucks my nuts.
The song that does play here is one of my favorite songs, though. It's super fucking catchy. Rouge in general. I think the big thing that makes them stick out is that they're not rock. Because the only problem I have with SA2, SA2 has a phenomenal soundtrack. The only problem is that outside of Knuckles and Rouge, a lot of songs blend in together. Because they're all just rock. Where Adventure 1 had a huge variety of music for every character.
I can see that, or I can see the situation being like, oh, there's just too much rock. But I mean, all the songs are good, so
They're fucking fantastic, but it lacks in variety. Which is why the Rouge and Knuckles songs are so good, because it's like a breath of fresh air.
I mean, I feel like it depends on what kind of game you're going for. Because like Guilty Gear being 90% rock, that's completely fine. That's what Guilty Gear is.
It's why I always think the Souls game. I love the Souls games. I do not agree with them having good soundtracks. And this is Resident Breath of the Wild soundtrack enjoyer. Like the Souls game soundtrack. Also, you are 1 emerald away in Mad Space. What the fuck? This level takes like 15 minutes. You're getting extremely lucky.
Fucking don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath on that one too much, because I have no idea where the fuck I'm even trying to go for the 3rd emerald.
I
I don't know how to get off of this planet.
I think you just fly.
Yeah, but this sends me back here. But this is something. The only way to go from here is up.
But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Souls game soundtrack because they only play in boss fights. They all sound the same. They're all choir, and they just blend in. I really wish there was music in the areas. I feel like music adds a lot to games. But SA2 does have a really good soundtrack. And this is definitely one of the best ones. But the level after this is the best Eggman mission, if you ask me. The back level in the game.
Saying it's the best of shit doesn't really mean much.
I know. Actually, the biggest issue with the level coming up after this is it's a little long. It's like 8 minutes long, which is a little much. But I think the level is fun. It's very Mario Galaxy. But I don't know, maybe I'm just hyping shit up. Who knows?
Like I figure I have to get there, but I don't know how to do that.
Remember?
There's no rocket.
That should be.
Thanks.
Backwards. You have to reverse them.
That's what I figured, but I'm not doing any of that shit.
It's like at that point, just look it up. Oh, and yeah, for the final level, you're probably gonna have to go back to that one water knuckle stage and get that one item where you breathe infinitely. I mean, or you could just be a gamer, but that's hard.
How the fuck do I go up from this planet to that one?
I think you need to go on a spring.
Fucking all the springs just go like up
I
2
think
inches and then come back down.
I think one spring's a little. My sources are bro, trust me. Oh, wait,
Suck my dick.
That one's not reversed. What the hell? I mean, now it told you gotta go low.
Fucking, but that's not true. Or at least I'm 90% sure it's not true. Considering the fact that going low just brings you back to this stupid ass planet, which is where I started.
I
And
mean,
you
there's
just go
lower
from there,
than
so.
there's like some lower parts other than just these.
Yeah, but that just takes me back to where I started. This is just me going in reverse.
Maybe you missed it. Who knows?
I know I didn't miss it because there's a fucking radar in this game that would have told me if I saw it.
Oh. Gone to like outward like platforms. Yeah, gone to.
But there's only one planet I haven't gone to, but I don't know how to fucking get there. All these take me to the same fucking place. I thought about hopping on one of the fucking meteors for a second. Maybe I'm supposed to hitch a ride on those, but nope, they damage you. So, enemy on a big platform near
Blue tower.
Yeah, but I didn't see the rest of it. Near a blue tower doesn't what?
You can pause the game and it'll tell you the end. Nope, never mind. That's the invert.
What's it? Evil liquid? What the fuck's that supposed to mean?
I think it's supposed to be an artificial chaos, but I don't know where that is.
Yeah, no, fuck this.
A low place. An enemy on a big platform near a blue tower. Fuck.
Sonic characters has human oh. Shenmue Sonic Bot, Martin isn't. Okay, yeah. This is guy's an AI. So that's why he said my favorite show is all of them. He's a fucking robot.
Get him out of here.
Yeah, that last message makes it pretty clear. Sonic characters has human feet in the TV shows, comics, and movies. Like, okay.
Get him out of here.
Now that removes the message. Hide user on channel, there we go.
Oh, Scott the Woz uploaded a new video on Pro Controllers.
Yeah.
30 minutes, holy shit! God, Scott the Woz fans are eating! Oh, my foot. Ooh, I've been sitting down for a long time. Tell me, internet, tell me!
Okay. So yeah, there's one platform just like jerking off on the side that has a rocket on it.
Oh. And that one you can just fall on.
There we are.
I see.
Now we're here,
yeah.
finally.
Oh yeah, this planet.
Yeah, this is the one. Oh, is it not on this planet?
Maybe it's on another, or maybe go down. They said down below.
I'm pretty sure if I go down below this, I die.
No, it's
Jesus
there's a
Christ, what the hell was
it's-
that sound?
I don't know. It's like this level's like Mario Galaxy. You don't fall. You just
But you do off of you did off of that planet, or off the green planet.
Yeah, okay, nope, fuck me. Well,
Yeah, it's fucking.
sorry about that. I swear, like, I don't know. This level's picky on which ones have gravity, which ones don't.
Oh, it's fucking meteors. Why are they so loud?
Oh yeah, the sound audio, specifically in the PC version, is fuck.
This is the Holy Planet.
Thanks so much, Al.
Oh, on the rocket.
This is. Okay, yeah, no, I haven't been here before. I guess I'll check the containers. Nothing.
In 06, did you have to do missions like this without a radar?
What do you... 06 doesn't have treasure hunting missions.
No, like, don't you, like, switch off characters in that game? Well, like, there's, like,
Yes,
you do,
but
like...
there is no treasure hunting.
I know, but don't you have to, like... Then you gotta find where they are?
Fuck. No.
Okay. I swear I heard a thing where you do a submission where you do, like, where you play as Rouge for a little bit to find 3 keys. And, like, they don't give you a radar.
No.
Alright, well, the internet fucking lied to me. Where the hell is it? Maybe there just isn't. Maybe there just is no third emerald piece. Maybe you just forgot it in your pants.
Okay then.
I don't know. Set down below. I would go down more than I would go up.
Yeah, but down below is fucking nothing. It's the infinite abyss of space.
Like go farther out, like far out. Like there's some platform. There's like mist forms like near the borders of the map.
Fucking where?
Like just like far down. I've played this game before. Trust me.
Yeah, but you're wrong about other things.
I was totally right. I was totally right on the other thing. I'm gonna be right on this. Like, you can't pan the camera down, but there are platforms. Like, there. And that might have an emerald, but you're stuck on the gravitational planet. Whee!
This video game's a fucking joke.
I don't like this level, and most people don't. I don't think you're not gonna get you're not gonna get shit for saying you don't like Mad Space.
Even if I did get shit, I wouldn't care.
Well,
I'm gonna get shit for saying this game's bad or saying this game's good.
I don't like getting shit on though. I like people liking me. People liking you is cool. Friends, if Sonic games have taught me anything, friends are what truly matters. But like, yeah, those platforms. And also, it said like blue liquid. Where the hell is blue liquid at? There ain't no water anywhere.
It's an evil liquid.
Oh, I guess that's artificial chaos. Oh, it's that guy. It should be. It should be. What the fuck?
I'm pretty sure the hints don't relate to fucking anything.
They should.
I've never once listened to the hints and been like, oh, okay, I see.
They honestly really don't help. I mean, the hints in SA2 or in SA1 were a little overkill because they just pointed you directly where to go. But like, oh
man,
I mean, they reset. I mean, it resets.
Yeah, but I only have one fucking life left.
Oh, if that's the case, we're I don't care if you're gonna continue. I'm leaving.
I'm not. I mean, depending on how long it takes for me to get the emerald pieces back.
On average, it's only 15 minutes.
Because
So it's
now that I know where they are, at least where two of them are supposed to be.
gonna take. I might. No matter what we're doing, I might just leave. Soon because I'm getting hungry and peepee. Yeah, I think you're really shit out of luck, buddy. I don't think there are no emeralds.
What if I just look up possible emerald locations?
Well, there's like hundreds. Well, not hundreds, but there's a lot. The randomization in this is actually like decently impressive for a Dreamcast game.
What does that mean?
Well, like, cause like, kind of, you know, specifically put them all down, and that, you know, it's impressive for the time.
Yeah, there is a lot of hints. Am I dead? Okay. And now we're back at the beginning.
I've run out of funny topics.
Sticking, what?
I'm trying to think of funny things to pass the time, but nothing's
Sticking
happening.
star. The one that said, or when I looked it up, it said Evil Liquid is supposed to be a top level thing.
Oh my
Like
god!
the-
they
like
did
the- But fucking
I mean, it doesn't matter now. It's at a different spot.
yeah,
Did you play F-Zero 99?
no.
I did. People seem to really like that game. I didn't like it. It's the same thing with Tetris 99. It's like, I feel like rat gickets. Dicking stop. Oh wait.
You already read it. Take the missile from the large moon and glide into the side of the platform you land on. Climb over the star sign sticking out of the side and dig into its metal surface. Take the missile from the large moon? Fucking, there's like 50 billion large moons. What the hell's that supposed to mean? Oh.
Oh shit.
So I guess here. Enlargement and glide into the side of the platform you land on. Climb over the star sign and dig into the metal surface. So, dig into this. No, what the fuck?
What the fuck? That was cool.
No, the fuck it wasn't.
Nah, that was pretty cool. But yeah, F-Zero 99. I just felt like winning. There was no agency. I normally hate that term.
Like all the 99 games. And
I'm not a racing guy in general, but I just felt like I was holding A and moving the analog stick.
Why do you hate the word agency?
What?
Why do you hate the word agency?
Cause it's like with like objectively bad game design or like things like that, or immersion, where it's like people are sounding smarter than they for a silly internet video. I hate it when people say objectively bad game design, because like that's not a thing.
But agency is just a word. It
is. I'm relating it to something I actually have a problem with. I don't. But it reminds me of things that make me mad. Oh, it's wow. Oh wait, it's like the star. It's that. Oh, I don't remember. Oh wait.
It's got to be like around here.
Up maybe?
No, it's like right here, but
I know, but like a little more up, or maybe a little more down. Who knows?
it's at the side of the platform you land on, maybe. So here it is.
You did it.
I got it.
Now, wasn't that a fun level?
What am I going
I
for?
wish I could call
218.
myself a hunter.
I will. There's a specific shadow level I want to see you do. After that, I don't. I will be done. Hungry,
Long time no see, treasure hunter.
but
Did you find my emerald?
Your emerald.
but I was playing F-Zero 99. It just I felt like getting any rank was so luck based.
Give them to me.
Does Knuckles have a different voice actor there? What the fuck? Hand over those master emeralds. Give them to me.
We got a cold. But yeah, people seem to be really loving it. Whoa. People seem to be really loving it, which good on them. I mean, more F-Zero, I guess. I've never.
Now witness my powers.
Fuck.
Uh,
I cheesed it last time by just gliding into them over and over again.
yeah, that's what I do too.
Can I get a ring, please?
Now witness my powers.
I never played Mario 99 or Pac-Man 99.
Now witness my powers.
Mario 35. But Tetris 99 just didn't click with me at all. It just felt like Tetris, but just not that fun.
Yeah.
It especially doesn't help that I was really bad at it. I'm not great at Tetris to begin with, but I was especially bad at 9. Anyway, we were talking about furry shit earlier. This scene has weird sexual.
Yeah, I said that in the last stream.
Stop fooling around and give me back my emeralds.
What are you
That's just
babbling
goofy as
about?
hell.
Call yourself a hunter attacking a lady? Shame on you.
What kind of lady goes around stealing gems anyway?
It's okay, Knuckles isn't misogynist either.
And then Rouge fucking dies because she falls into lava by not using her wings.
What in the world?
I'll be back.
Keep your hands to yourself. Don't touch
I got
Say
something very
thanks to
important.
someone who just saved your life.
Gavin, do you happen to know the hit cat Uni?
No.
Missing out. That's one of the greatest cats in existence.
What you want, that girl? I was saving the map for
Really
emeralds.
handsome. He's got a perfect :3 face, and I love him.
You say, it sounds crazy.
He's like the greatest cat ever.
Fine.
Rouge has far better voice acting in this game than she has in any other Sonic game.
She's voiced by the same actor as Bubsy the cat. Actress. Which is
Yeah, she does sound like it.
and also Lenny from Mario Kart,
I'm sorry.
and a couple other characters. She mainly in cartoons, but just in video games as well.
We should get going.
Dude, you've been streaming for a long time. Is 2 hours a long time?
What's Rouge
I mean, what's your longest stream?
5?
This is strange.
Yeesh.
Showing energy.
I mean, like, no, even if my longest wasn't 5, is 2 hours a long time for a stream?
Also paints a bigger picture of how Sonic Adventure 2 is not a super long game. The big thing is
Yeah.
they cutting out the cutting the hub worlds definitely shortens it a lot.
Sonic games in general just aren't usually very long.
They aren't, and that's not a bad thing. Honestly, the older I get, the more I want shorter games.
I mean, it depends on the game for me. Because I played Xenoblade 3 for like 130 hours. But that doesn't mean I want other games to be 130 hours.
Anyway, this is probably my favorite of the Mega Man style ones because it's a really fun game. You can hover in. More the gameplay of course the gameplay is gonna be shit.
Fuck off.
But this level is a little.
Fuck off! Suck my fucking dick!
If you were to, let's say you were to play the Souls games, would you just start with, well, obviously starting a Demon Souls game, which is kind of annoying. But would you play like Elden Ring first, or would you play like just Dark Souls?
I'm never playing Elden Ring.
Ever?
Nope.
What makes you not want to play it?
I already don't like open world games. Open world Souls games sounds even less appealing.
You'd be surprised how, well, my big, and I remember telling you this, but with like Breath of the Wild, if you don't like open world games, it's like, oh, it's a game, it's a Zelda game. But like, I can understand it. If you like a Souls game, you'll like it. It's less open world Dark Souls and just big Dark Souls. There's a lot of things to do.
Which still doesn't sound very appealing. Like, the reason I say I'm not like very interested in playing Dark Souls is because Dark Souls itself does not sound like an appealing series to me. Like, I like the bosses. I like the bosses and stuff. Or at least the idea of it. I don't want to fuck with any of the RPG mechanics. I don't want to fuck with equipment and levels and all that bullshit. You're quiet.
Oh, the kind of the thing I like about the Souls games, the builds. It's why Sekiro didn't stick with me.
I like builds in Xenoblade. I don't want that shit in an action game. I tolerate Kingdom Hearts being an action RPG. I'd rather it's not, or I would rather it not be that.
Have you ever played the indie game Fury?
Nope.
You might like that. It's like Cuphead. It's nothing but bosses. But it's a lot more fast-paced than Cuphead. You might really like it. So that is a recommendation. I'll see.
I mean, I haven't even played Cuphead yet.
Oh, you might also really like that game too.
Probably.
I will. If you're looking forward to boss fights in a Souls game, you might really not like Dark Souls 1. Because the bosses in Dark Souls 1 are kind of bad.
That's unfortunate.
Because like Dark Souls 1 is like it's a super impressive game. I really like Dark Souls 1, but it is definitely a flawed game. Because like once you get like not halfway through, but like 2/3 of the way through, the game tanks in quality. And this might sound crazy. Dark Souls is pretty hard. Because it's fucking hard as balls. But you know what isn't hard? The boss fights. They're actually pretty pathetic. They got better with this as the games went on. Dark Souls 1, the bosses are actually kind of mid. There's only a couple real big standout ones. And again, the second half, the final chunk of the game is like, fuck. Because they're like, okay, the player has a maxed out build, you gotta just annoy them. And so it's like, what if the level was dark? Or what if the level was invisible? Or what if the level was lava? It's like, fuck off. And that's the thing. Dark Souls 3 is a lot more polished. Well, not much better, but like, I like it more than first. It's not as impressive, because 3 plays it really safe. But Dark Souls 3 is like, it actually has really good boss fights. And they do somewhat tone down the RPG elements in 3. Might like that more, but the appreciation of 3 would probably be better if you played the first one.
Like you said,
It more for lore reasons. It
I don't
very
give a
much-
fuck about the story, so.
Well, like, even if you don't, I normally don't, but like it's cool to see like, oh, I know that character. Oh, I know these events. Your appreciation of the game grows. It's like starting with KH2.
Probably not for me, cause fucking I don't care about Xenogear shit in Xenoblade.
And for being a video game fan,
I don't like that specific thing about those video games. Because for Kingdom Hearts 2, I absolutely would say play Kingdom Hearts 1 before Kingdom Hearts 2. A, just because it's a fucking story, obviously, play the first thing first. But like, it isn't just about like, oh, you gain a better appreciation for these things. I don't care about like appreciation. I want like the story itself to be something I care about.
I mean,
Because the story itself would be good.
I mean,
But if I'm not playing Dark Souls for the story, then I wouldn't give a shit about a character reappearing. Because I probably wasn't even paying attention to the character for showing up in the first place. That happened to me with Just Cause. Fucking Sheldon's in all the Just Cause games. I don't give a fuck about Sheldon.
No, I think they do some cool things. Of sorts, and it's like it makes things not have impact. Where I think 3 is really done. But I think the thing with the RPG elements with the Souls games is it's like a sort because like everybody like screams, oh, there needs to be an easy mode for the Souls games, and they kind of already do. It's the RPG elements. If you want to make the game easier, you can just make a superly overpowered build. You want to make the game harder, just use like a straight sword and a basic shield for the entire round to make it harder.
But speaking of the easy mode conversation, fucking that shit always annoys me because people are like, oh, it's not even about like the game's too hard or whatever. It's about accessibility. Fucking. If the accessibility is about difficulty, then maybe not every game is for everyone. You ever consider that one?
But I think the games do have easy modes. They're just kind of they're not a specific mode. They're tucked in the game.
Like even without them, I'm saying like it's just a stupid conversation to have because fucking why does it need an easy mode? Why do you need to be able to experience Dark Souls?
Because like people want to experience a new thing. Some people are just not as gifted at video games as others.
Then what do they even like about Dark Souls?
Well, because like everybody hypes it up as like a great game. They want to play a great game.
Yeah, everyone hypes it up as a great game because of the difficulty. So if you're like, oh, but I don't want to experience that difficulty, then why do you want to play Dark Souls?
If people are hyping up Dark Souls,
What?
because I like Dark Souls because it's a really fun adventure game, not necessarily super fucking hard. I like that it's demanding, but I don't love it. It's not like fucking super deep to me. It's like saying you like Celeste.
You're quiet again. It's like saying like Celeste for what?
It's like saying you like Celeste for the difficulty. I like that like it's challenging, but I like that it's not like super bald.
This level is automatically banned from being the best Eggman level, by the way, because it's 9 minutes long.
Oh yeah, this level's. I do like it because I like the platforming, but it's like really long. Like, but I do think that Eggman's the best level. It sticks out for me because in together. Anyway, coming up next is the worst shadow level. And I think either this or Pyramid Cave is the worst, like, Sonic-based level in the game. You'll see why.
I thought Pyramid Cave was fine. Not much better or worse than any other level in the game.
Oh, my problem with Pyramid Cave is that's boring.
Well, young lady.
I didn't like that one part where you pick up the fucking thing and put it in the thing.
Put in the key, put in the hole.
But it only happened like once or twice, so it wasn't even like notable enough to even mention. What's up, Eggface?
Because I'm not saying like I'm good at broadening my horizons. Because I'd recommend you play Disco Elysium. It's like, I know
That's
everybody
it?
says that game comes, but like I'm just not a big fan of those types of strategy games.
Don't you mean like mystery game?
Yeah. Well, isn't like Disco Elysium kind of like a narrative-based like puzzle game?
Yeah. You called it a
Puzzle-based
strategy game.
Yeah, puzzle-based strategy game, and like
Well, no,
those
don't,
don't
when you
really-
say strategy game, I think of like an RTS. Like a game.
isn't it kind of
strategy.
like that?
No.
Oh well, fuck me. But like,
It's like the Ace Attorney.
oh, but even then, those types of games don't really interest me that much. Like, I'll take their word on it that it's probably a really good game. It's just don't interest. Like, it's like you love XCOM. I probably might not get into that series because I'm not good at strategy games. I have the brain of a 2-year-old.
That's fine.
The real thing is we just want to play things we like and like them as well.
Farewell, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Because we just
I mean,
want
when it comes
other-
to playing new stuff, it's literally just play whatever interests you, and if you don't like it, then stop playing it. Pizza Tower did not interest me, so I stopped playing it. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna force it through the whole game and be like, I didn't like Pizza Tower. No, just stop playing it.
I thought I
No,
was gonna. I alluded to this, but I've been kind of playing. Well, not frequently, but I started Sea of Stars, which is a RPG made by the people who made The Messenger, which is a fucking fantastic game. If you're not playing The Messenger, you should. It's very good.
That's another one I just didn't like, so I stopped playing.
But you didn't know there was a down move.
Well, now that I know there's down move, it's still bullshit. I don't want to buy it.
You gotta buy it, man.
It's just be a part of the moveset.
Oh, or you can just get good. But The Messenger's a fucking game. The Messenger or the Sea of Star I played kind of sucks. I have not gone far in it, but like the combat was like really annoying.
I played the demo and thought it was shit.
Like I thought the combat was like going into detail would take forever. But the story, like the Messenger has some of my favorite writing in a video game, and the writing in Sea of Stars was like that shit was drier than fucking Popeye's biscuits. Like it was so bland, and I didn't think much of the soundtrack. I thought the combat was like really based on do you have enough MP to use special moves? There's a thing in the game where you can like turn on like not handicap, like the opposite of a handicap, like accessibility features, but I swear some of these accessibility features feel like they're like mandatory. Like obviously they're not, but like it feels like the game was because like if you die and get a game over, like you restart the fight immediately, all your life back, all your MP back. So it's like the game kind of wants me to just have every battle with MP and HP at the max, and there's an accessibility feature to turn that on, so it's like should just keep that on. And if they're comparing, like people are comparing, oh, it's like Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy VI and Mario RPG. I played those games. Those games start way better. Like the plot, like I know it's an RPG and they're slow burns, but like Final Fantasy VI and Chrono Trigger and Mario RPG have interesting things going on by hour 5.
I never consider the it's a slow start as a valid anything because because yeah, there's like you just said, there's a ton of games that don't have slow starts, so that's no excuse.
I do agree there are a very good example. That's a game that starts fine, but really pops off, like becomes the masterpiece that everybody says it is in the second half.
What does?
Final Fantasy VI. Because that's a game that like becomes the masterpiece that everybody says it is in the second half. But that's like 15 hours in. I'm not saying the first 15 hours is like garbage. It's just you're gonna be like, this is the game everybody loves. It's like it's fine, but like nothing crazy. But then like the game really clicks in the second half. So like there are some games. Hollow Knight I think is another. It's of Hollow Knight are a little eh. but I think when it opens up, it gets a lot better.
If you ever want to, if you ever find it annoying whenever I'm like, this about video games or whatever, grill me about whenever RPGs have you like game over and then restart with full health, because I feel extremely conflicted about that. I could not give you one answer, or I cannot give you an answer one way or the other about like if that shit's good or not, even on a case by case basis.
Restarting a fight is fine, especially for boss fights, but it just
Because on
like 5 minutes. I really hate this gimmick.
Because on the one hand, if the fight made me restart with all the same bullshit, it would be just as hard as the first time I did it. Especially in RPGs, where a lot of what comes down to whether or not you win the fight is stupid ass bullshit. So it's like, oh, you had not enough health for the fight, you should have just gamered better. When sometimes that's just not an option. So suck my dick, actually. But then on the other hand, restarting you with full health and all that kind of disqualifies the whole point of like an RPG, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, because now there's no like because it's like, do they want me to have that accessibility feature to make me have like have it so every fight I have like max everything?
Now there's no reason to prepare or to like go into or to like manage my resources.
But again, like the battles are like kind of determined by that, because like you need to like the whole game. For people who have not played Sea of Stars, the enemies have like a grid. Also, oh, never
This is
mind.
the worst.
Have, like,
this is the worst enemy in the entire game.
This is the worst enemy in the entire Sonic franchise.
I don't know about that.
I
Secret Rings
stand by
exist.
that. I've yet to play a Sonic game that has a worse enemy.
I know you haven't played Unleashed for the PS2, so
I've not. But I really they are worse than slicers in Sonic 2. They are these guys are assholes. But there is a I forgot the term where it's like they're an asshole, but like they have a sense of presence. Like they suck, but like they suck, but like they're cool because they're fucking hard as ball. I don't know. It's hard to describe, but they're not good, but them not being good makes them good. If that makes any sense.
no.
Anyway, I really
doesn't.
It doesn't. I don't know. I remember the enemy is the thing. I remember the fucking Marauders in Doom Eternal. They're not the best designed enemy, but I remember them.
I don't fucking care if I remember them. I'd rather they be designed well.
I do. Sometimes sticking out as being bullshit is sticking out. Would you rather die a pointless life or go down as a villain?
I'd rather play a fun game.
Anyway, speaking of to the actual video game, I'm not a big fan of this level. Love the music. The level is I really don't like the game. If I were to remake Adventure 2, I would go like in like a loop. I would just make it Mario Galaxy like anti-gravity. Like you don't move automatically. You just run on a cylinder.
If I were making this game, I wouldn't.
This loop-de-loop shit really dumb. But there is one thing I do. If there's one big positive I have with Adventure 2, is that it actually is a Sonic game where you platform. You don't do.
Yeah. I mean, just in general about the pre boost games, you actually do platforming in them.
And I think while Adventure 2, I don't think controls as well. So I think it's pretty fun to like move and stuff.
How do I get that upgrade?
The mystical melody. You don't really need the mystical melody.
Oh, that was the mystical melody. Never mind. I don't fucking need it.
You really don't need it.
I got it in Sonic's playthrough, and I said, "What the fuck does this do?" And I looked it up, and it doesn't do shit. So
it's shits and giggles. There's a power up in every level. There's a lot of power ups that are just shits and giggles. But it makes me so mad. They give Shadow a mystic melody, but not a bounce bracelet. It's like, come on, guys. But yeah, I think this is the weakest Sonic Shadow level in the game. Because I don't like the gimmick.
So far, or so far, I think Sonic's space level was worse.
I used to think that, but after replaying it, I have a big appreciation for it now. That used to be my least favorite level in the game, flat out, outside of maybe Mad Space. Now it's my favorite level. But like this shit has not grown in appreciation. Like it sucks as much as it sucked when I first played it. And I like legit do find SA2 impressive for like because Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, those games did like a sandbox thing because of limitations. Like they weren't like levels. In SA2, these are full ass levels, and that was really hard to do back then. Oh well, you lived. And I full ass levels on a system that was heavily underpowered and didn't just conform to the norm. They're like, no, we're gonna. And I also just like how the adventure games try to evolve Sonic. It was like almost 10 years since they had a new Sonic game. Well, not 10, but like 5 years since they had a new Sonic game. They're like, okay, let's change some shit. And that's what I really like about the adventure game. They try to evolve Sonic and not just rehash the same shit. Like I know people give like the it's edgy things a bit of a stickler, but I kind of like that they try something different in this franchise, and that's the big thing I like about it. It doesn't just pander, which is a problem with a lot of the recent Sonic games. Like Mania's great, but
I don't care about it, like if something's different or not. It just better be good. I
don't know.
I understand that. I understand that I'm in the vast minority when it comes to things like that, because like, a lot of things that people will say is like, oh, I couldn't eat the same food every day. I absolutely could. I could eat a plain bowl of chicken and rice every single day for the rest of my life.
Hell no, I could never do that. I would get so fucking sick. The best way for me to not like a song is for me to keep listening to it.
Oh yeah, this level is way better than Sonic's fucking rail space.
Really? Alright.
Yeah, fucking this level's way smoother.
Alright.
Sonic's rail space gives me a bunch of bullshit all the time.
Okay. Well, it's okay to be wrong
Try hard
sometimes.
enough.
I really
It's on the stream.
I really don't care much for this level.
The anti-gravity bars are annoying because they're not intuitive, but they also weren't as bad as I thought they were going to be. They let you off pretty easy. This is just the same
Maybe we should
cutscene.
just fucking replay the level, I don't know. Anyway, this is the same fight. And
Yeah.
I don't once you get to like his final hit, like I don't remember how you deal with it.
You have to purposely get way, way, way far behind the other character, and then just like wait for them to attack you.
I
What the
also
fuck?
remember having to look up how you did it.
Whoa, what the fuck?
I will say though, if you for shits and giggles, if you ever want to play the multiplayer of this game, it's pretty fun.
I played it once. I thought it was fine.
I played it with Andrew, and I actually had a really good time with it. So. But yeah, I specifically remember. However, I do remember in Generations, the fight with Shadow was like the best rival fight in the game.
Yeah, no, the fucking the shadow fight in thing is way, way better than this.
I thought that shit was really cool. Outside of the final boss, Generations in general just had pretty damn good boss fights.
They're mostly good. I wouldn't say like damn good. Like
I remember the great, and Egg Dragoon just goes on way too long. But I wish. My biggest complaint with all the boss fights is that this is the problem I have with Generations. And this is probably
There's probably a what?
a problem with Unleashed as well. If you die, you lose all your boost, and the levels are so designed with boost that like you're put at a handicap if you die. And with, let's say you're fighting Perfect Chaos, that shit's just fucking impossible to do without boost.
Yeah.
So you might as well just fucking restart. I think the fight's cool, but like, I just wish when I died, I would just have boost.
I told you, I'm the ultimate.
Outside of that,
Coolest.
I'm coolest. Outside of that, I think the bosses are pretty good. Okay, so do you want to do the final story?
How long is the final story?
Again, it's 2 levels. A level, a boss fight, and then another boss fight, and some story. But the long, and if you don't have one of Knuckles' power-ups that makes him not drown, that level's hard as shit. You could try it. I just might not join you.
Okay.
But it's up to you. Also, oh man, my plan backfired.
Oh wait, that was it for the dark story. Okay.
Yeah.
I can definitely do the final story now then.
What?
Because I can definitely do the final story then. I have 40 minutes until I feel like I want to get out of here.
You can totally do it. I'll go because I'm a little. This was fun. I enjoyed.
No skipping the credits. God fucking damn it.
Yeah. Well, I'll join you for the credits. I'll say my closing bullshit. I think this game's pretty good. I think it's got some baggage, and some levels can suck my dick, like the safe level, ad space. And I find a lot of the Eggman levels to blend in together. I like the game's plot. I like its sweet soundtrack. I like how it looks, and I think the Sonic levels are really good. And I think this is, I say, like, quality-wise, it's whatever. I think this is the Sonic game they put the most love into of any Sonic game.
Soul vs.
Like,
Soulless.
What?
Soul vs. Soulless.
I know, no, not saying like that's a compliment, but like, I'm not saying like, oh, the Soul. I'm just saying like it's really clear to me that the devs really like wanted to make this like this is a game they made for the 10th anniversary of Sonic, and they wanted to like put their all into it.
I mean,
like they introduced a bunch of new characters. They wanted to make like a grander story. They wanted to go in a darker direction. Like they spent a bunch of money going to San Francisco.
I mean, like unless you got the word from them, they're like, oh yeah, this is like the most passion we've ever been making a Sonic game. Then
I'm going off Soul.
This feels like Soul vs. Soulless all over again.
I'm going. Well, the Soul versus Soulless argument I hate because it's people complaining about. This is me. Something.
Well, it's the same shit. You're saying this has soul.
I'm not saying this game has soul. I think a lot of games have soul. I think Adventure 1 has soul. I think this game was made with just a lot of, like, passion. Like, every Sonic game is... well, every...
Sources do, trust me.
I know, fuck off. I'm just saying why I like a thing.
Yeah, but what the fucking... You're saying I like it because of the thing that might have happened.
No. We make fan... Look, it's just a theory. A game theory. But I do really see 10th anniversary. They wanted to go out with a bang. Legit think I don't know. I could see the passion from playing this game that they really wanted to make an amazing game. Which obviously that's for like a lot of games. Most video games are made with wanting to make a passion, not necessarily make a profit. Not every video game franchise is Pokemon. But like I more than any Sonic game, I could see that in this one more than any other. That they really wanted to make a banger. Anyway, I'm going to be skedaddling.
Okay. See ya. Anyway, gamers, it's the last story. Oh, wait, shit, no, hold on. Okay. After this cutscene plays, I'm actually gonna close and reopen the game because there's something I want to do.
What's that vibration?
Hey, wait! Someone is coming.
You haven't given up yet?
No, it's all over for us.
What do you mean?
I just received a message from my boss.
It's about mod stuff. I want to change out a mod or two. I don't think cutscenes play if I skip them, exit, and then come back. It's just gonna give me the recap thing where it's like, last time on Sonic Adventure, I'm Sonic the Hedgehog Adventure. So, gonna let the cutscene play first, and then move on. Why did they make the people look like this? Why have they done this to me? Assaulted my eyes with this with this pain. The Earth is really, really blue in the Sonic universe.
I plan to give you a taste of my revenge once all the 7 Chaos Emeralds are collected. Once I initiate this program, it cannot be disabled. All of you ungrateful humans who took everything away from me will feel my loss and despair.
Eggman's just sitting there like, what the fuck? My grandpa was insane? Wait, what? Whoa, someone else was recording this message for him. There's no fucking way that they were watching, that they were sitting there recording this shit, and they weren't just like, hey, I think we should check out the Calm the Ark. See if there's something like going up with it, you know?
What? I knew you were behind all this.
It's like, yeah, what the fuck was he talking about? The whole, like, all you humans are gonna pay, you know, the Earth is doomed. This is death sentence for every human on Earth type stuff. Well, I mean, what do you mean by that?
You're pretty persistent for a hedgehog, aren't you? You're still alive.
Just letting Knuckles pilot the shuttle on the way
Don't
up
interrupt
here
me.
was more dangerous than you could ever be.
What is this?
This is my grandfather's diary.
Good thing I have a DVD player right here.
I don't quite know what happened or what went wrong. Was it a mistake to create the ultimate life form? I thought it would be something that would benefit mankind, but then the military landed on the colony that day.
How exactly
They were sent to destroy the
did you think the
project
ultimate
that
life form was
I've been
gonna
working on.
help mankind?
My colleagues at
Because
the
both the prototype and the
my
final
granddaughter
product,
I hope
they're like
we're all safe.
really destructive beings, you know?
The colony was completely shut down.
Not really the
Prototype from
helping
the
humanity
farm.
type of things.
The Ark was shut
Like, yeah, Shadow's a useful guy for like the military and stuff, but Shadow isn't exactly using his super speed, which he may or may not even have. Jory's still out on that one. On fucking
She meant everything to
like
me, and I couldn't
solving world hunger.
believe she died because of my research. I lost everything. I had nothing more to live for.
Was Shadow made with the speed boost in mind?
Think about was to avenge her.
Because I always find it very funny whenever people are like
I got
contesting with Sonic over like, I'm the fastest, you're just a bitch.
think about
When it's like, okay, but like Sonic is like actually a fast person.
original
He can move at supersonic speeds. But everyone else that tries to like take that title from Sonic is a fucking cheater. Shadow uses hover boots. Jet rides a fucking hoverboard. Metal Sonic's a robot. Who else is there?
And awaken it.
If
To
you
the
wish to
world.
fill the world with destruction... Oh, so that's why you released Shadow from the base.
Core of the Eclipse cannon is now highly reactive and explosive. This is because the Chaos Emerald is overpowered. If the colony
I mean, yeah, fucking on multiple occasions they describe the Chaos Emeralds as having infinite energy, which doesn't really make a lot of sense to me because, yeah, depending on what game or show or whatever the fuck you watch from Sonic, they describe like each individual emerald as having infinite energy, which we know isn't true from the multiple times they've been drained of energy.
But how?
That's A, and B,
That's it. There is
because
no way to stop the energy. We have to use
why
the
do you need
emeralds.
why do you need the 7 emeralds to go super then?
The Master Emerald.
Infinity times infinity, or sorry, infinity times 7 is still just infinity.
If I use this, I just might be able to stop the Chaos Emerald.
Why is the Master Emerald so small? Can you shrink it? Has he always been able to do that? That's a trick question, because there have been multiple occasions where Knuckles has, like, hoisted that motherfucker up on his back, because it's so big.
Get to the shortcut that leads to the core.
Yeah? Does anyone have anything to say? Fucking hell. He really strained himself for that one. Cannon's core. Alright, so really quick, I'm gonna hit him with that good old fashioned, which means I'm gonna have to turn on my fucking PS2 controller again so I can, you know, use my fucking controller. But okay, hold on. I'm gonna post a thing in the Discord for doing the last story. Of course, it's the first GIF. All right. Anyway, oh yeah, I have to get to the mod manager. So, how's everyone doing in chat? Fucking, there must be some bullshit going on because I see 7 people are watching, but there hasn't been a chat message since like LJ3 was like, dude, you've been streaming for like a long time, even though it's only been like 2 hours. Which I know it's relative, but still. 2 hours is not that long for a stream. It's barely even that long for a video. Oh yeah, it does say gameplay /mech for the forklift thing. So I think it actually did make Eggman's control worse. That's funny. I'll change this one, even though I don't think it's gonna do much. Change that and that. It's a bit of a spoiler, but eh. There's no way to change the mods while I'm in the middle of the game, and doing anything else would just take too long, so womp womp. Mysteries of life, I am the Eggman. That's what I am, the Eggman. What I am, the Eggman, and I got the master plan. I'm plotting my schemes wherever I go. They're perfect in every way. I'd love to destroy the blue one, you know. He's an obstacle that always gets in my way. I must play this game by my rules. I will conquer the world with my tools. Why is wait, what the fuck? Why is enemy? Whoa. why is Amy doing the hey, welcome back? You don't fucking play as her in this game. Who's this we, Amy? You're not doing shit. I don't even know why you're here. Something that's always bothered me about Amy's tail is how it comes out from under the skirt, which implies things about whatever's going on under there that I would rather not think about. Okay. Alright, well fuck you two. Why is Tails sliding? What the hell? Whoa, what the? Why does this go back up? Why am I going back up? I fucking hate this game, dude. This game is so bad. What are you doing? More like Sonic Adventure poo. Am I supposed to... Fucking Jesus. Fucking Christ, man. Why? Why the fuck on?
System alert. System alert.
Oh my goodness. Why do the fucking artificial chaos lock onto you? You can't do anything. As soon as they come out, if you don't kill them instantly, they're done. Or you're done. Fucking... No! Okay, Jesus Christ. I fucking canceled my lock on, the other two assholes came down. I was about to lose my goddamn mind. Fuck off! Oh my god. I'm not even gonna try also beating that. Fucking... What am I even looking for? Oh, it takes damage. Of course, naturally. Yeah, now I'm Omega. Replace Eggman with an Omega mod because I like Omega more. Omega is the coolest. He's like my favorite Sonic character. Fucking... Oh my goodness. Why? Yeah. Oh, it's not a... Okay. Where am I going? Oh, wait a minute. I see. At least... Oh, okay, no, here it is. What? What does it mean? Oh, it's fucking pools of acid. What the hell? Oh, fuck off. Oh, no way you draw me in to the first. This game, dude. Fuck off! Ooh. Whatever, dude.
Great, Eggman. There should be a security door somewhere in this room.
Oh, fuck you too. What am I supposed to do? There's no correct spot. It would help if the camera wasn't so up my goddamn asshole, but... No! I literally... No fucking way, dude! Oh my god, I hate this game. I don't even... Ow. Okay, so I need to be able to get on that one. No, I want it lower, because last time I tried to jump on that shit, fucking... I wish I could do it on reaction, but unfortunately, this game is not good enough for that. Nope, move. Fucking Christ, dude. Thanks. I couldn't tell that I had to do that, actually. Like, what the... Oh my god. It's like, can I climb on the walls or not? Because I don't even, like, know what to try, because trying to climb on the wall there got me killed! Okay, so no, so I absolutely cannot go through the water. Looking it up. I don't... Oh, that's loud.
Reselect.
Once of you.
Pen.
And then fucking bunch of bullshit. Oh, so you can climb on the center thing. Oh, because when I tried it, it didn't work. Oh, okay, of course. Naturally. Is that not what's disabling the thing? Nope, not giving this game the time of day. You can suck my nuts. Oh, of course. When time is frozen, the waterfall is also frozen, which even though the water is still there, that means you can go through it naturally. Of course, of course. Ooh! Where am I going? That's where I came from. What? Nope, that's into the... Oh god, of course there's artificial chaos in here.
Good job. Hurry, throw the switch and drain the liquid.
Oh, now I've gotta go back. Nope. I can't even get past that. Ah! Fucking why? Fuck it.
Good job, Rouge. Hurry, throw the switch and drain the liquid.
Why is it hang on this for so long? Fuck it, it's gone. Fucking...
System alert. Energy core save program terminated. Self-repair program initializing.
And then this is the part where Aaron was like, you're gonna need the air thing if you wanna kill yourself doing this.
The switch to the security lock is located somewhere down there.
Alright, down I go. Hey, extra life, that's cool. Oh, that's not air.
It's over.
Fuck my life. Okay, so I'd rather not have that bullshit happen to me again, so just... Where the fuck am I going? Oh. Okay, I see. I might have to fucking go back and do that Knuckles level for the air necklace, cause this looks like some bullshit. At least I think I didn't get the air necklace. I don't remember getting it. And I'm not gonna fucking check my stream to see if I got it, because that's a waste of time. No, I did not get it. Where is it? Yeah. Nope, fuck. I don't know if I can make that one in time. That's kind of a crazy time limit. Is there anywhere I can get air? No! The depth perception in this game is fucking ass. It's not so bad for like actual stages, since there's at least a shadow. I think it's pretty bad there too, but yeah, at least there's a shadow. Fucking, what do you think you're supposed to do underwater? You just can't see shit. What the fuck? That's how the controls are not awesome. Fuck off. god, dude. I hate how this thing controls.
Alright.
Fucking... Like, there's actually no way to fucking get that shit without hitting the thing. Unless you go way above it. No! No, because actually it disables your controls! Oh no! How am I supposed to... Is there a time freeze somewhere? Oh, in the middle. Hi, Big. I can't see if I'm in the middle or not. And now I have to go back.
System terminated. Initiate final defense system.
Oh, never mind. Sweet. I'm Sonic. Hopefully the game isn't as bad past this point. Fuck off! Oh!
Story select.
System alert. System alert.
Not today. Not today.